That Crown Royal bag right there. Welcome to the Wind Up Podcast, brought to you by C4 Bat Company, Isa Cookies, and Ferrari Michelada Mix. I'm your host, Steve Medina, along with our producer right now, Julio Ramirez. Junior Aguilar is on his way. He's in, what, class? Traffic?
Yeah, he's in class.
Eating? Working out?
Whatever, one of those.
He's one of them. We'll figure it out. And also, we have our guest today, Michael Jonkins from the Houston Monarch Baseball Organization. Mr. Jonkins, how you doing, sir?
Nice to be here. Nice to be here tonight.
Good. Thank you for coming in.
Yes, sir.
We're going to talk some baseball.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We'll hit a little bit about the Astros. I think we'll touch on Kobe just a little bit.
We have to.
Because, obviously that's what's prevalent right now. But we're going to talk some baseball. We're going to talk about Monarch baseball. We're going to talk about your batting cages as well.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to let you describe all that.
No problem.
So once again, thanks for being here. And let's have some fun. Julio, what did you do this past weekend, dude?
Not a damn thing.
Nothing. How about you, Mike?
Baseball.
Baseball?
Yeah,
Baseball's life right now.
Yeah, we had practice Saturday and Sunday.
Had practice Saturday and Sunday? Okay, nice. Well, unfortunately, I was at a funeral, so that was
sorry to hear that.
Yeah,
Sorry to hear
that was
that.
pretty terrible. So my condolences to the Caballero family for losing a family member. I was out there, and it's never anything good, but you just got to keep on going.
That's true,
Unfortunately, but getting into baseball, let's talk about these Astros real quick, and I don't. How do I put this, Mike? Can I call you Mike?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. No problem.
One of the things is I'm going to boycott MLB Network. I'm tired of them right now, but let me tell you the reason why, okay? The Astros did whatever they did, right? They got caught. They were more advanced than a couple of teams. They had a rat, Mike Fires, and he told on them. Okay, so my deal with MLB Network right now is they'll believe everything in the MLB investigation about 2017, but they don't about 2019. So now you got Brian Kenny, you got all these East Coast guys that are up there, and they're like, they're breaking down the Altuve home run on Chapman, saying he had to have known what was coming. My deal is before you interject,
no problem.
Before you interject, is okay if you're going to believe 2017 report. And 2019 report was made by the same people, MLB. Why don't you believe the 2019 report? But you believe the 2017 report.
Well, I think what's going on now with the Astros, everybody's bored. And I think what's going on with the Astros is good for baseball. Because people are talking about it, and the more they're talking about it, that's good for the Astros. So what the Astros got to do is focus on playing ball. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it is what it is. Stealing signs is part of baseball.
I agree.
And I tell people all the time, because I was a pitching coach for 12 years. So when I'm doing pitches, I have to mix my signs in. I have to switch it in and out. I got to make sure my catches on if everybody's on the right step.
Right.
And things like that. Because even when I was coaching high school baseball in Emory Winter, we were going to the state championship game, and we going against Lance Berkman and it Pettit. So I'm going against Berkman. He going to dugout, whisper his players what's going over there. So I had to put a whole new scheme in place.
Of course,
because I didn't want them stealing signs.
And they would have.
And they was doing it. But that's part of the game. And people don't understand that baseball has rules in the game, and that's the only sport that polices itself. And I tell people like that, back in the day, you still sign. They throwing one at your head.
Yeah.
They throwing high and in. They ain't doing that no more because you're getting fined, you're getting kicked out the game, and that's why I think for part of baseball, it's a pure sport. And when you start stepping in and saying people are cheating, everybody's doing it.
Oh yeah.
You can't tell me the Astros are the only person that did it.
Well, you know what's funny is that everybody wants to say, to your point, that the Astros were doing. No, they weren't. They just got ratted out.
True.
They got ratted out. So my thing about that, one of the whole things about it, is, man, I'm just tired of it. And I know they got to fill time. I get all that. But my thing is this. I'm just not watching it anymore.
I don't watch it.
It's just one thing after the other. And it's nothing. I'm not a firm believer in East Coast bias. But when you have all those writers, well, first of all, they're stationed, I think in Secaucus, New Jersey. I think that's where the MLB studio's at. So you're going to predominantly have East Coast writers, which I get that. All those guys are Yankee fans. They can sit there and say, oh, man, I call it down the middle. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. It's just like Joe Buck. Okay, I like Joe Buck. Okay, so when I lived in Arlington, when I lived in Minnesota, everybody there hated Joe Buck because everybody perceived that he was against their team.
Mm-hmm.
He really isn't, but you have to actually watch it objectively to realize. Now, was he in love with Juan Soto? Yeah, he probably was in love with Juan Soto. With this 20, how old is he? I don't even know.
21.
I think 21. Yeah, he's 21.
I should know that. But man, I'm just telling you, man, it's just one of those things. They just keep on talking about it. Now, MLB started all this stuff, so I think the Astros are gonna. I think there's gonna be some pitchers that are gonna go after them. But a lot of it's just talk. I mean, it's easy to talk.
Well,
it's easy to talk.
Well, I think it's a game within a game, because people always gonna go at you because now they know you're doing it. They probably thought about it, so now you know, so they're gonna go at you again harder.
Oh, of course.
So the Astros gotta do is they gotta come harder. So you know, and we have the team to do it.
Oh, yeah.
And when I expect for the Astros, I expect to go get a World Series. Now the boys are motivated because they're gonna have a new coach. So now what's gonna be over their head? Did you really cheat in your career? Altuve, did you really cheat that 1 year? Now they go get it now. Now I ain't gonna say, well, that year isn't. We wouldn't have got it from the get go,
Right.
And stuff like that the right way. So I think this year is the big year for them guys' career because if they can come out on top, I think that'd be great.
Then you
And
can't say anything.
Yeah, I'm riding with them because that's part of the game.
Oh, so and I tell you what. So and you know, there's some people talking about, oh, the Astros should apologize. They shouldn't. But here's the reason why. It doesn't matter what they say. Nobody's gonna believe them.
Yeah, it's part of the game.
So they need to come out with like Conor McGregor did and apologize to absolutely no one. They don't need to apologize to anybody because, you know, Keuchel came out and talked the other day, and there were some people that were for him and some people that were against him. So after that, pretty much diplomatic answer, because he really didn't answer. I mean, he gave up. I guess he gave an apology.
Yeah.
And he got crucified for that.
Well, that's all they want. And you know what's going to heal this is time.
Oh,
But because once season get going,
Yeah.
that's why I say this is all hype. Because you got to think about it. In all season, when has baseball been talked about this much?
Yeah,
It haven't been talked about. So right now, everybody's hyping up the base, which is good for us.
Yeah.
We baseball guys. So now we get stuff to talk about and get the kids interested into it and things like that. So I think it's great for baseball and great for the Astros. And I expect them to have a great year this year.
Did you see a couple of Dodgers fans who made that flag about they were world champions in 2017?
Yeah,
they need to take that L.
Did you?
I mean, you.
Did you hear them salty fans are gonna buy all them the tickets for the home game over there at
Well, that's good for
Anaheim.
That's good for Anaheim because I mean, the deal is, dude, they're not taking away the World Series. It's just not going to happen. And so,
well, the thing about you take the Astros, you got to take Boston because it's the same thing he did there.
Yeah, but you know what's funny too is, man, they sure are slow in investigating Boston and New York.
Well, you got to think about where all the writers at.
Yeah,
Everything's East Coast. We down south. Nobody's
yeah.
in Houston. We got no big time writers down
They
here.
sure are slow, man. I mean, I don't know if it's ever going to happen. They say they're investigating, but man, who knows? But I guess we'll see. But spring training is coming on.
True.
And so they're going to have to deal with all that stuff. But in the meantime of doing that, why don't you tell us a little bit about your organization? And tell us a little bit about yourself as well.
Yes. I'm sorry about that. Right now, I'm for the Houston Monarchs baseball organization.
Okay.
And we're doing this year is we started a program at 5 years old, and we're going all the way to 14.
Okay.
So what we're doing is getting them kids in, and we don't need experience to play. And we're looking for kids who want to learn how to play.
Okay.
And because my thing about baseball, you'll continue to learn until you get paid. And a two-way, them will continue to learn. So it's very important that we get kids in developing them. That's what we do with the Monarchs baseball, man. Is we got we play like 7 teams this year.
Okay.
We're going to have at different levels, and we're going to develop these guys, and we bring them in. And what I like to do is put a plan together for each kid.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter where you're at. If you're at this level, that level, we do is put a plan specifically for you, and we try and get you to the next step. Because if we're looking at it as a long-term game, and that's what we do at the baseball house, and that's why I built the indoor batting cage off there, the Beltway in 288.
Okay.
I built that brand new just to give kids opportunity. Because
Okay.
what I'm looking for is the kids that nobody looking for.
Okay.
I'm looking for the athletes, the kids that want to learn, who got the heart, desire, and the passion. Now, baseball, I just need you just repetition.
Right.
And if you get the repetition, you're going to learn over time. And especially if you're doing it the right way with your athletic ability, now you're talking about developing great kids and great ball players. And then that's my number one goal is the Houston Monarchs baseball organization, is giving kids an opportunity to want to learn how to play.
Okay.
You don't need experience. We don't do tryouts. As a matter of fact, people call me all the time. I'm like, can you come tomorrow? I ain't got time to wait with you. I need to know right now. Can you come tomorrow or can you come right now? Because I want to know what I got. So that way, once I see a kid, now I know how to dissect them. But if you know how people call you, well, my son could do this and that, I don't want to on the phone.
You want to see it.
Yeah. You tell me your son is next Barry Bonds, the next Altuve. Then he get out here, then he can't move his feet. Right. Now I don't want to hear that. So what I do is bring kids in, and we bring them in, develop them. And I love teaching the game, and I coached high school for 14 years. I was blessed to coach around the whole city, Houston area and things like that.
Okay.
I won a state championship in Marina High School, and with the baseball program, what we're about is just developing these kids.
Okay.
And not about baseball, we're about developing these kids for life, developing to young men, and that's what we try to focus on. And I also always tell people what I'm doing right now is using the game of baseball to develop people for life.
Okay.
Baseball is easy. What you got to prepare for is life. You're gonna live in life more than you play baseball. So that's what I try to do in my program is to make sure these kids are growing, not just on the baseball field in school, as people. And we bring them in, we want to create a family atmosphere. Okay. Because what I like doing is getting our kids together and sticking them through the program over the years. Okay. I want the kids to return. Because when you got kids returning, now your program is developing. The kids developing because they got one system. And our system is always the same because we teaching everybody the right way to play. Okay. If we get a kid in, he learn how to throw the right way, how to play catch, how to bunt. No matter what age you are, we're gonna teach you the fundamentals because that's what we missing in the game of baseball right now. Select baseball, high school. I coach high school forever. High school is terrible right now. It's watered down because these kids don't understand they playing, but they don't understand how to play the game. Okay. And I always tell people, I always tell my kids I work with, if you can't make your own adjustments, you don't know what you're doing. Yeah. And baseball is about making adjustments. If a coach got to go out there and screaming in your game, yelling, hey, do this, do that. No, you don't know the game. The coach know the game or he think he knows the game. But in baseball, we got to do is teach these kids how to play. And that's what we do independent. We teach these kids and grow them. And it don't matter where you're at, we're going to get you a bunch of reps. And that's what it's about with me and our program over there. We just building the kids up from scratch. And it don't matter where you're at. It's all about where we're trying to go. We're looking for the long term.
Okay, so how long has your organization been around? Talk to me about that.
Well, this past year I switched it to, I was at Junkins Baseball.
Okay.
I started up, and then the thing about Monarchs Baseball is Monarchs Baseball has been around because my brother did it. He did it years ago, probably about 10 years ago. They started it, okay. And then I think at the time I was doing high school baseball. So they had a great group. Like one of the kids at Alabama University right now. So they had a really good group.
I want to talk about him.
Yeah. And the thing about him, I've been knowing him since he's about 5 years old. Okay. And the special thing about that kid, and I always tell kids, that's one example. He never stopped working. He always had the work ethic. He always had the passion. He always believed in yourself. And that's what's bigger than baseball is the passion, believe in yourself. Mm-hmm. We talking about accomplishing goals in life. Baseball is a small part. Everybody not going to play baseball. Right. But you're going to be a young man, a young woman, whatever we teach in baseball or softball. We do both with the baseball. We develop both, softball and baseball. So with him, that's a testimony of him. He kept working. And you know what happened? One day, everything came together. And when it came together at the right time, he's a junior year. He put himself on the market. And then senior, he just blew up. And then right now, he expects to have a great year at Alabama University.
We saw him, what was it, last week? Man, that ball came out of his hand.
Great kid, man, and it was awesome to bring him back because it was testimonies to my younger kids in the program, and that's why I kind of switched to Monarchs Baseball because had the name already. Right. So I was like, let me switch back because I think Junkins Baseball. I just wanted to be in the background more. Okay. I didn't want to be in the forefront. I wanted to be about the kids and the organization. So now I'm being in the background and different things like that.
Now, is your brother still involved?
A little bit. Well, he got other things going on, so I'm trying to pull him back right now.
And what's your brother's name? Let's talk.
I have Marquise Junkins.
Okay.
Yeah, I have another brother. He has a sports place in the Woodlands. Okay. Derek Junkins. He out there in the Woodlands. So, hopefully we can kind of connect this stuff, this baseball world, because the kids need it. Yeah. Because what's happened is the kids are playing, but are they learning how to play?
Okay. So let me ask you a question. Yes, sir. That, okay. Because I'm totally with you on that. Mm-hmm. But here's my deal. I don't think kids play enough baseball apart from being on teams, and I don't think they watch enough baseball on TV.
Well, it's true, and that's why I tell kids, and that's why I always tell my kids, don't put pressure on me to make you great, because you don't see me 2 days a week, and then it's the number, the repetitions are limited, right? And anything make you great is how much time you spend into it. Right. So if you can spend more time into it, then you'll have great results. And that's why I always put pressure on my kids is I don't want to see you stagnant. You shouldn't come back and we talk about the same stuff over and over.
Right.
We should see growth.
Right.
But you're right, and I think that's what happened. The kids are not playing. They're not getting the repetition, playing catch.
Yeah.
Like we was playing wall ball, we was doing all kind of things like that, just getting reps.
Yeah.
So right now the kids are not getting no reps, and they put out the pressure on the coaches and the trainers. But in the trainers, everything you're doing what they want you to do.
Right.
But when you work by yourself, you feel more comfortable, more confidence. That's where you gain your comfortable. That's where you gain your confidence at. When you work by yourself. When you come in a team environment, it's already gonna be pressure because everybody gonna be ragging each other. Mm-hmm. That goes with part of playing a team because you don't get that one-on-one attention. So now you gotta follow suit. So I think it's just we just gotta find a way to. I think the playing games is too much. Mm-hmm. I think we gotta find a way to just get back to the skill development.
Okay, so with that being said, my thing is they're not watching enough baseball, and so when they get on the field, their baseball IQ isn't where it should be. Because they're not watching I think you can learn all that. You may not learn all of it, but you can learn some of it watching the game. Whether it's you're going out to watch a high school. I know we'll talk about high school, but watching games on TV. Because I remember when I was younger, man, I used to love to watch the College World Series. I watched all those guys and just situational baseball. I mean, hit into the right side and runner on third. I mean, you don't see that anymore. I mean, it's hard to see that now. The good teams do it. But not that many.
Well, you got to think about, too, though. These kids got so much stuff going on. Everybody got an iPhone. You're 12 years old, you have an iPhone. True. You got everything going on. When you grew up, now you had was baseball. You have nothing else, baseball cards. So right now is they have so much stuff going on. But
that's funny with the baseball cards.
Well, I know. I mean, I remember doing that. That was the thing to do, trade cards and things like that, football cards, and everybody like we're gonna get rich and stuff like that.
My friend had the notebook.
I know, yeah. We got the book. We see how much it costs and what rookie you got and stuff like that.
Not to cut you off, but that's funny because that brings up a lot of memories. Yeah, you're
great
right
memories, great memories.
Yeah.
But I think what happened with baseball, I think a couple things with baseball. And thing with baseball, you got to know how to play. Mm-hmm. And if you know how to play, then you'll like it. And if you're good at it, you'll love it.
Right.
What happened, you'll have a lot of people that are good at it.
Mm-hmm.
You have people that like to play. So if you like to play, you're going to play at, you're not going to play all the time.
Yeah.
And then your longevity in the game is going to be limited. Mm-hmm. And that's what hurt the high school because kids like to play, but they're not good at it.
Right.
Because if you're good at something, you love it. And if you get good at it by learning how to play and get the reps the right way. That's why I was working with kids talking about lunch angle. What is a lunch angle? A lunch angle is getting to your spot, attacking the what? Attacking the ball. And they think a lunch angle, I'm training the ball in the air. No, that's not lunch. That's popping up. But they don't realize ain't nothing wrong with hitting a bat and hitting a high average. And because they look at the pros, and that's what part of the game is breaking down. It started the high to the lower level because we try and teach what the pros are doing.
Right.
They don't realize the pros didn't do that when they was young. They did that when they had nothing but free time to practice. They practice that year round. You can't do what a Tuve doing, them guys doing, if you practice 2 days a week. And you know what I'm saying? That's just reality of it. So what you got to do, we got to go back to keeping things simple. And then as they get older, then you give them more information. Sometimes we give them too much information, they break down too early.
Yeah.
Now, things like that.
Talk to me about your batting cages.
Yes, sir.
Why did you build them?
Well,
first and foremost.
Well,
and then we'll get into your background.
Yes, sir. Well, the thing with that was I was working on another project.
Okay. I
was working on like a sports complex. I could put like a big project, and I was working on that, and then that kind of fell through. Which is everything happened for a reason.
Yeah, of course.
And stuff, and it always leads to something else. You keep moving. It never stop. You keep moving, and that's what I did. I kept moving and stuff like that. So that led to something else. So what I thought was a need. And I always believe is serving a purpose.
Okay.
Coaching baseball, select ball is not just about select baseball. It's serving a purpose for these kids. It's serving a purpose for kids who need the inside development. Because these kids are growing up with low self-esteem, low confidence. Mm-hmm. Everybody's a bully, everybody this and that. So what we do is bring them in and build them up mental. Not so much baseball. Baseball is easy. So what I try to do baseball house is focus on developing young men. And even right now, I get kids in, man, it'd be amazing. And that's what I love about the coaching standpoint, because it's amazing me because we bring them in, and then what we do is we lift them up. And then before you know, about a week, they learn how to play catch. They gain confidence. That confidence goes to school. That confidence goes to everything they do in life. People don't realize that. And what you trying to – and what I like is teaching kids stuff they know they can do. Now, you open up a part of their mind that they had closed off. Yeah. And like I tell my baseball Baseball is a skill. Everybody at your school can't play catch. That right there is you're already at the top.
Yeah.
Because it's just old fashioned. We grew up, everybody could. But nowadays, if you can play baseball, you can play baseball because nobody's doing it. So what you try to do is use a way to build them up. And that's why I built the baseball house, just giving everybody opportunity to do it.
Okay.
And that way you ain't got to go this place, that place. Just come here and play ball. We're just here to play ball, have fun, learn how to play, where the kids can be loose. I don't want you being tight, worry about messing up. That's part of the process.
Yeah, and, one of the things is somebody referred me to you. I should know who it was. But
yes,
anyway,
sir.
So I went, this was like in October, maybe September, October, and somebody told me about you. And I went on your Facebook.
Yes, sir.
And there's one video where you're training a kid. I'm assuming he just started.
Mm-hmm.
And now this is just my observation.
Yes, sir.
The time and the patience that you had with that kid was phenomenal. You don't see that anymore. And I understand that's what you do. And I understand that's what people do. And
yes,
I get all that.
Yes, sir.
But it's just like being a teacher for little kids. You either have that passion or you don't.
And it was crazy about that. I'm a teacher too.
Are you really?
So yeah, I do early childhood 3 through 5.
Okay.
So like, but the thing about it is though, that's why I say I bring kids in. And my thing is, if he's at 0, he's at 0. I can't be mad if he's at 0.
Right.
Because
a lot of people get mad.
Well, because you gotta look at reality though. You're getting mad, and he don't know how to play.
Right.
So it's not his fault. He just never been around the game. But if you keep coming over time, if you keep making the same mistakes, now we got a problem.
Yeah, of course.
But when you first get them in, and that's why my thing is, I need to bring you in, to make them feel comfortable.
Right.
So the first days, I always gonna be relaxed, and what you want to do is make that kid feel comfortable.
Right.
Because baseball is already on the edge. You like them balls coming fast.
Everybody's
on the edge.
Everybody.
So my thing is, and that's why I say with Little League, what's going on is they're not developing. You got kids playing Little League, playing for 4 years, can't even play catch.
Yeah.
So even
I've seen that.
I know it. I train. I'm telling you, man, it's crazy.
Yeah, but going back to that
Yes, sir.
video, and after the show, I'll try to find it. But I saw that, and I was like, man, that's the only. I've only seen one person do it like that. And that's my friend Mondo Alanis in Corpus Christi, and he works kind of like with inner city kids, like you do in the Corpus area. And man, I remember I was at one of his lessons.
Yes, sir.
And man, the patience and the calmness that he had for the person that he was training, who was, they're much better now. Okay. But 2-3 years ago, I think he may have been just raw.
Well, and
how he broke it down reminded me of him, how he broke it down. And I correlate that to, man, just being a good dude. Now, that's just my opinion.
Well, because that's why I say the baseball house, Houston Monarchs baseball, it's bigger than baseball. What I try to create is a family atmosphere. That's why if people come to me, and I feel responsibility to take care of your kid, to develop him.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
Because we always hear that about it's a family and all that. Is it really a family, seriously?
Well, because the thing about it though is like, because I'm an open book.
Okay.
And you got people in the organization, they big time. You can't call them. My parents call me all the time, coach. I like, come on, don't worry about it. It's part of the job.
Does that annoy you on a Friday, Saturday night?
Well, it depends what time. I may not answer.
Hey, man, because I tell you something. If you give parents the opportunity to call you, they will call you. They will call you. We'll just leave it at that.
But that's true though. But the parents that call me, they call me. I call my business.
Okay.
Because if they coming to me, what I'm gonna tell them is gonna be so real. They're like, well, I already knew he's gonna say that.
Okay.
So don't call me. Because my thing is, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm not gonna lie to you.
But see, here's the thing.
Yes, sir.
People want to hear the truth until you tell them the truth, and then so what do you do after that?
Well, because my mom made my first one. I'll get you the first day.
Okay.
I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not gonna bring you in and say your dream.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you what it is. I'm gonna stick to my word. I'm gonna stick to developing a kid.
Okay.
As long as I stick to what I said the first day, how can you be mad?
Okay.
And you know what I'm saying? The first day, if I say this is what I can do to help you, because I'm bringing you in to help.
Yeah.
I'm not bringing you in for you to help me. I'm bringing in how can I help your situation.
Yeah.
Because people realize we're in the business of serving people. I'm not in the business of people serving me. We're in the business of bringing people in to service them. So whatever, you know what I'm saying, whatever we can do to help that person, the family, to make that kid get better, to get to that next level, we're going to do it. We're going to sacrifice whatever it takes. Okay. And that's why I built my brand on, and that's who I am, and that's wherever I've been at. That's why my players play for me, and it's loyal to me. I'm very big on loyal. That's why I tell parents, be loyal to me.
Loyal in the select game?
I know. Well, that's why I'm not going around looking for kids.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? I'm like, if you coming to me in that situation, now if you want to leave, that's up to you.
Yeah. Right.
But I never seen a kid leave me and grew. He always came back in full circle. Coach, what's up? Come on. I ain't gonna turn you down. Just gotta pay me.
I know.
You know how it is.
Yeah.
So that's part of the game, because my thing is, like you said, in select ball, how many people gonna be real with these kids?
Right.
How many gonna be real with these parents? You're not gonna find that. So if you find that, you better appreciate it. And what happened a lot of times, they don't appreciate it. And then they move on. Man, I should have. Hey, man, the truth is gonna be the truth.
Okay.
I don't have nothing. I'm not trying to gain nothing from these kids. All I'm trying to do is develop these kids, get them to the next level. That's how you found me. That's how you heard about me. Mm-hmm. I was going around, hey, can I get on the part? No. Yeah. Because I'm focused on developing the kids. Yeah, and if I focus on that, everything else would take care of itself. Mm-hmm. And that's sometimes what happened in baseball, where we're not focused on that right now. We focus on everything on the outside instead of the kids. And I'll be looking at on the Facebook groups, and I be in there. I don't come in because I laugh. I like it's comical, man. I like, come on, man. It's some of these kids 7, 8 years old. You talking about this and that. These kids, let them play.
Okay, so when you're looking at the page, I think you're looking at it as maybe a high school coach. Maybe not, maybe so, but
well, that could be too. Well, because what I'm looking at is a long-term game, and because like I tell my kids all the time, I'm not a little league coach, select coach, because I'm trying to get you ready for high school. Because my end games, by the time you're ninth grade, I need you playing at a ninth grade level. Okay. Which is skill set. And you gotta be, it's baseball. I believe you gotta be 5'2". That's how we grew up. We grew up knowing how to play most positions, having a bunch of skills, a bunch of tools. Nowadays, these kids are one-trick ponies. All they trying to do is hit a long pop up in the batting cages.
Yeah, true. So, so let's talk about yourself now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tell us about your background. You said you were a high school.
Yes, sir.
Coach. Okay. So
let's
talk about where you coached at and all that other stuff, and
talk
about yourself a little bit.
Okay, no problem.
So we can know who you are.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, I started coaching high school baseball in 2006. Graduated from Prairie View University, played baseball down there. Okay. And then what was crazy, how my coaching career started, is pretty interesting. What I did is because I started teaching in Madison, and they didn't have a coach. They coaches left. Okay. So I was come back like when I was in college, hip hop program a little bit. Mm-hmm. But so I walking around the campus like, who's the coach here? Because I knew all the coaches. They knew me from the neighborhood, my family. Everybody knew me from everybody. So it was already history there. So now I'm like, who the coach is? Kids like, well, we ain't got one. Like, I'm just asking, just serve a pot. I don't want nothing. I'm just stirring it up, just trying to get.
Are you sure you didn't want anything?
Well, what you got to do is you got to throw a bone out there,
right?
And sometime it'll come back. And I think that what happened. So what I was doing, I was going around the school. So what happened was kids kept coming to me like, hey, coach, you gonna be our coach? And they kept coming. I was like, man, let's do it. I'm young. So and what's crazy about it, was great thing about that was I called a meeting. I had 50 kids at my first meeting.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, because I was doing was I'm asking kids, you want to play or not? So what I'm doing is giving kids opportunity and believing in them, and tell them you can do it. I don't know if you can do it or not, but if I know if you work, you can do it. Now, if you just work and listen, do what I tell you to do, you can do it. That's all I need you to do. So what happened? We did that. I think within the first year in that program, we had maybe like 50 kids, and then by the second year, we had 3 teams. And I think I was there for 2 years. We had 3 baseball teams, which was real good. And that was moving in a good direction, and I left there and went to Paul Revere. I was kind of sad about that, but
okay. But before we get to Paul Revere,
yes, sir.
So who hired you in Madison?
Nobody hired me. Nobody hired me because I knew Coach Seals, and like what's crazy about it, because Coach Mayo, he's coach at Sam Houston before he got there. I was doing scrimmage and everything, all the dirt. We was about to go. I was about to be the coach through the season without nobody hiring officials. So I just kind of like. And my coaching career started like that. I just kind of like, hey, I'm gonna start coaching, and I just started coaching. Nobody hired me, and then when Coach Mayo came, and he already.
Who'd you talk to? Did you talk to Coach Seals?
Nah, well, because I was already doing it.
Oh, okay.
And
but wasn't he the AD?
He was AD.
Okay.
And I knew Seals because I went there. He knew my whole family and things like that, so I already knew him. And so, I was already doing it. So you hear about the buzz, and I was creating a buzz in the school. Because I was getting a bunch of kids. Okay. But, you create a buzz when you start getting the football, kids come play baseball.
Exactly.
That's when they don't like that. I tell them kids, hey.
He wasn't going to let you have Vince.
Well, I actually was crazy about Vince.
He did play, though.
Well, me and him grew up together.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, me and him grew up together. I graduated a year before him. We grew up playing football, baseball together, and things like that. Good friend of mine. But the thing about that was I gave the kids, I was giving them an option. Yeah. Like I tell them, if you want to do that, that's great. But look at your option. That's up to you.
Right.
The coach, end of the day, if you go play football, if you're not good, you're not gonna play anyway.
Right.
So give yourself an option. He's just telling you that because he wants you to stay busy, but he can't make you do what you want to do.
Right.
So that's why I started young. I never want to make a kid make a decision. I always say it's up to you. Don't blame me.
Yeah.
For, coach told me to do it. Nah, son. If you want to do it, do it. But now that was a great opportunity at Madison, man. We was there, man. We developed that program, and it was crazy about that. I think it was 2 years. We got a couple of kids go play college baseball, and right now, but that was a great experience, and
so I want to stick with Madison.
Yes,
real
sir.
Quick, because just in case people don't know, we're talking about Coach Seals, a legendary football coach,
Yes,
Hall of
sir.
Fame, Texas Hall of Fame football coach. Real nice guy. Away from the football field. On the football field, something else. But we play golf, or we used to play golf. I haven't played in a while, but great guy. How hard was it as far as baseball in a predominantly football and basketball school, such as Madison?
Well, it's tough because the thing about baseball, high school baseball, typically all the time, it's about where you're getting your kids from. Because you get a lot of kids never played baseball before,
Right.
And so and that's the hard thing about that. People don't understand why I say development is so much important, because by taking you to high school, you should be ready to go. And that's what's happening nowadays is a lot of these kids are playing ball, but they don't know how to play catch. They don't put the glove on, and they don't realize it's kind of too late. But what can you do? Me, what I was doing is getting bodies.
Okay.
I was getting bodies, and like, who's going to develop first? Who's going to do this first? Whoever do that first can move up. And because you need the numbers.
Yeah.
And people don't realize that if you get numbers, then you're going to get some ball players from those numbers. And that's what we was doing at Madison. And that's why I say, if I would have stayed there, I think we could have done some great things. But I mean, I was kind of it was definitely hard for me to leave, because we was playing that third year to be the year kind of like we was going to take off, because we was bringing kids in, and I was in that community because was already in the community, growing up in it. So we was planning on doing some great things, and Coach Mayo did some great things once I left. But I think that was part of my story. Part of my history where I'm at now.
But it was tough though, right?
No. It was definitely tough. And then I just had to make a decision. And sometimes when you're coaching and you're young, and think about me, I was doing the program year round.
Oh, okay.
So we was playing year round. We put a program year round 1 year and did day one and stuff like that. So we planned spring, summer, fall. So I'm in charge of program spring, summer, fall. So I was like, man, I'm doing a lot of work.
But I want to ask you.
Yes, sir.
I want to ask you this in particular because eventually, and you'll get to it, you won a state championship.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So fast forward. I just want to fast forward in this one thing. Okay. In regards to Madison, up until when you won the state championship,
Yes,
was
sir.
it a total 360 from everything you had at Madison to everything you had once you won state? Because my thing is this, like we'll call Madison inner city school,
Yes, sir.
city school. Okay. I think those coaches there have a harder time than the suburban schools.
No, it's
Or talk me.
no, it's definitely harder because, like you say before, where you getting your kids from?
Yeah.
And using suburb kids, them kids are playing select ball.
Yeah.
And that's why I built the baseball house, and that's why I'm putting the Houston Monarchs baseball. Is we're going to get the kids and that just want to learn how to play.
Okay.
You got a lot of kids that want to learn how to play, but they're not developing. And what happened in baseball? If you don't learn how to play, you're going to quit, because the game is one sport where it can embarrass you in. That's like if you go up to hit and people looking at you, hey, come on, Johnny, you can do it. 3, oh. And, but you feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders.
Right. So
what I'm saying is we don't understand how important that is, and that's what's going on. The kids just not developing and getting to that level.
Now, do you think some of that has to be attributed to the fact that baseball is starting to get like soccer, where it's starting to become a financial hierarchy? If
Wait.
you have money, and now, let me finish.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, the more financially well off you are, the better you're going to be. And I understand we're not talking about life because that's totally different. But I'm just talking about baseball.
Well, at the beginning, lower level.
Yeah. It seems now the more opportunities you have to show your kid different aspects of the game are now being delivered because maybe you're a little bit better off financially, whereas the lower, we'll just call them inner city kids for lack of a better term. Excuse me, I'm not trying to offend anybody, but they don't get the same. They're not afforded the same opportunities. Do you see that in your daily life?
No, well, that happened because you talking about even when I was training at Breakaway Academy, it was in Bel Air, and I was at dugout, I was in batting cages. I was training and things like that. But you see them kids coming in spending $80, $100 an hour. So how many kids you can spend that?
Right.
And then they spend $100 an hour and they still suck. I used to see it all the time.
Right.
So that's why I say I just didn't open the baseball house just off now.
Okay.
So I was working in batting cages and different things like that, and I was training them. So I had to pay my dues to go through the game.
Okay.
I had to know, the nuances of the game.
Okay.
The small things. And I realized, hey, man, what's going on is this game is getting separated. And it's not fair because it's just for everybody. And the thing about it, though, is that's the reason I put the baseball house up.
Okay.
So now the baseball house, we offer it affordable for everybody to come by.
Okay.
And we not there to get rich out one person. You know what I'm saying? That's great. Mm-hmm. We'll take it. Hey, we're not turning that down. But we're looking for is to give everybody opportunity to play.
Okay.
And that's one thing I built like Houston Monarchs. Even my organization is probably one of the cheapest one in the city where we get an opportunity to play. And we offer different packages for different people. Okay. Just say if you want this package, then you can get that package. But I never turn a kid down. We always going to work with you. We always going to find a way to train you and develop you. I never tell a kid. What? No matter what. Okay. It's always it wills away.
What's the address?
The address is I'm gonna give it to you in 1 minute.
Okay.
All right, let me get it for you right quick.
I think I have it.
Yeah.
Let me see real quick. It is 3240 Fuquay Street, Houston,
yes,
Texas,
sir. Yes, sir.
77047.
And the
building,
suite.
yeah,
yes, sir.
3261 and 3263.
Yes, sir.
And it's called Fuquay. Mm-hmm. Or do you call it? What do you call it?
It's called Fuquay.
Okay. Fuquay. Call it Fuquay.
So people from the south side call it Fuquay.
Fuqua.
Yeah. You know you're from the north side if you start calling it Fuquay.
Repetition.
Exactly. So after Madison, where do we go?
Well, at the Madison, what I did, I went to Westbury. I coached there for a couple of years.
Okay.
And I was doing some training work in the ballet area. Okay. And what I was doing, though, and I told myself is, baseball is all about your resume. That's why you got people playing pro ball to use that as their resume.
Of course.
They don't say coaching, I play pro ball. But can you coach? That's the difference. I don't care if you play. Can you help my son? And that people don't understand that different concept in that.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Yes,
because
sir.
Every time when we go and play some teams or whatever, or we hear about teams that are like, oh, man, Coach Julio, man, he played pro ball. And I'm like, man, thank God he's not playing because then we'd be in trouble.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean he can actually coach or he can train.
Well, because it's different because it's just like Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan can't tell nobody to jump in there and do what he did and stuff like that because some stuff is just natural.
Right.
And because, some people play pro ball not know how to play. They had great skills and things like that. So that's what I had to do is I couldn't use that. I played pro ball. So I had to understand the news of the game. Okay. I had to know every
So you had
part.
to be better.
I had to be better.
Okay.
And that's why I train my kids. We have to be better. And it's not about baseball. It's about life. Okay. Baseball and life. That's why I think I love baseball so much. It's the closest sport you can get to life. Because you can't hide in baseball.
No.
Football, basketball, you can hide. Basketball, you hot potato, passing the ball around him. Give it to him. He good. Yeah. Football, I missed a block, and he quarterback saved the day. Baseball, that ball hit to your right field. You gotta catch the ball. The ball takes you first. You gotta catch the ball. So that's why I love about that. That's why I call against that live because the pressure. You on the spot.
Yeah.
And you can't get out the way of it. Either you're gonna do it or you're not.
You know what's funny? Like so, a guy in right field misses the ball, an older kid, and he's like, "My bad." But we know what you're bad, dude.
Yes, sir. I don't hear that.
We all saw you out there. So I mean, so that's the funny. Well, I'm not gonna say the funny part, but it's just a part.
And I hate that because like my thing, we know it's your bad, but fix it. Don't say it's your bad.
Yeah. It's always your bad.
You fix it.
It's always your bad. Yeah. What's up, Junior? Junior's Michael.
How you doing? Nice to meet you, Mike.
Yes, sir. What's going on, Steve?
All right.
Yeah, and so that's what's kind of always. I'm not gonna say funny, but man, I hate when I see that, man. It's my bad. We all know
because I think they go back to practice though. They do that at practice. So whatever you do in practice, it's gonna carry over to the game. That's why I tell my kids, if you mess up in the game, I'm not surprised you messed up because you did it in practice.
Right.
I'm just giving you some reps. I want you to have fun a little bit.
Right.
But because my thing is, if you can't do it consistently in practice every day, you're gonna mess up in the game. Baseball is about practice make perfect. We used to say that all the time. You don't hear that no more.
Yeah, but how about practicing with the purpose?
Well, it's always a purpose. And if
really?
you're not well, for me it is.
Okay.
With the Monarchs, I'm talking about us. All I can talk about is Monarchs baseball and the baseball.
Because I've been to some practices and they're just out there. I don't understand what the purpose is if you have one line. Let's just say it's shortstop.
Yes, sir.
And everybody's getting ground balls and is rotating. What's the purpose in that?
Well, now also I'm sorry, but I'm glad you said that. A lot of people don't know how to run practice. And stuff like that. If you don't know how to run practice, you can't develop kids.
I believe that.
And because my thing in practice is, I always tell people, you should do a couple things every day. You should do fungo. You should hit BP. Work on pitching situation. You do some more, some less.
Yeah.
But some stuff you have to do every day at practice, and that's what we had to do. That's why me coaching high school baseball, I understand how to run a practice because we had to do that every day. And we not run a high school practice. We try to run a college practice. Mm-hmm. So right now we trying to do, is not run a select practice. We try and get you a bunch of reps, working on drills, stations, developing you. And right now you got to go from this to that. You got to keep the kids active. What happens a lot of times, kids practice, they over there sitting down, nobody's getting the reps. We believe in getting a lot of reps, getting these kids active, and we need repetition is very important in baseball. As
a high school coach, did you care where the kid played at as far as select ball was concerned?
Well, it got to depend where I coached at. When I was in Emory, you couldn't. I just want the kids to play.
Right.
Because because the thing about Emory, the great story. I know we're going ahead to a little bit, but the great thing about Emory, we got there. The program, I think they won probably 5 games the year before.
Okay.
First year we won 12 games. Bam. Okay. Because when I told the first year we're gonna win. My thing, if I come to the program, I'm coming to change it. Like I told you, if I'm bringing you to my cage and to my organization, I'm bringing you to help you. Mm-hmm. If I can't help you, then how you gonna go tell somebody about me? How you gonna spread the word? People realize it's word of mouth business. Right. It's gonna be negative, positive. That's what I told myself. So if you're gonna you're gonna spread the word, I need to be something positive. Right. Now if you're not saying nothing negative, now hold a minute. That kid didn't want to work hard. I tried to be, but that's just reality. You always gonna have both, but you want majority positive, and that's why it's bigger than baseball. Trying to bringing people in for the family and things like that.
Okay, so then after that, where'd you go after that?
So
after Westbury.
After Westbury, I was in I did some stuff at Straight Jesuit. Okay. I did stuff there. That was great experience. I was working in the batting cage, and we got a chance to go there. So run the out-season program and things like that.
So in other words, you figured out how the other half lived.
Well, and that's why I say those things right there was a great experience for me.
Okay.
And every step I took led to another step.
Okay.
And that's why I say because without me going to Straight Jesuit, I wouldn't be ready to go to Emory Wiener.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Because I had to get comfortable and
it was just
coach
a step.
and make adjustments and stuff like that. And that's why you always got to look towards the future. And that's something we always need to make these kids understand is we're not trying to get all the rings we can when you 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I got a funny story to tell you about that.
You're going to piss a lot of parents off listening to by saying that.
Well, hey. Well, the thing about it is somebody has to say it. And the thing about it is nothing wrong with rings. Rings are great. But how are you getting your rings? Are you developing your kids? Okay. Are you looking at a long-term game? Or are you looking at a short-term game? And the people that are getting mad are looking at the short-term game. You can have a ring. I tell you, you can keep it. I got a trophy. One of them just broke. Because it's plastic. You know how trophies are. Things not real.
Yeah.
So even the rings. I got a state championship ring in high school. We got to earn that. So, what are you in it for? If you don't understand your purpose, what are you trying to accomplish?
Do you wear that ring?
I wear it sometimes. I should have worn it tonight. I was kind of mad. Looking at the shirt, I was like, man, I didn't much wear my ring. I'm mad.
I know. This is a second place ring, man.
Well, it looks nice, though. It looks good, though. You can't tell the difference on camera. It looks good on camera.
That's silver bracket, too.
Yeah, it looks good on camera, though.
This is a finalist, yeah.
That looks good. But no, I
tell you what, man. If I won a state championship, I wear that thing every day.
I know.
I'd be like Spencer Tillman.
Well, he wears that Super Bowl ring every day. We had to, though. It's just as a resume builder.
Well, in that case.
Well, the thing about that is, though, I don't want to lose it.
Right.
So I knew if I wear it every day, then. But I cherish it because like that program right there, we built it all the way up. Like we got a kid right now. He's a closer at Georgetown University.
Really?
We got another kid saying that he was transferred in. Okay. We had one kid going to McClendon College, and that's unheard of coming from Emory Wiener. Okay. Because my first year, every year I was there, I had a kid. I'll pitch all state, first team all state. Because we developed it. We going against Landsberger, man, Pettit, all the best and stuff like that. And I think what's name coach at Second Baptist. He's been head coach at U of H, Ray Noble.
Oh yeah, they're all over there. Yeah.
They are over there. So I'm so my thing is, forget that, kids. So now we got to develop a psyche for the boys. Understand you're going against them. You're not playing against them. You're playing against the players.
Yeah.
And you go kick their butt and shake, say, good game, sir. That's it. And now you have a story to tell. And we finally did that in the state championship tournament. And I think we was underdog. I think we had like 5% chance to win. So it was amazing. But me, I was ready to go because everything we've been doing, we was going to keep doing.
Right.
We wasn't going to change the game plan. And I told my pitcher, the same way I coach you as a freshman year, the same way I'm going to pitch you today. We call pitches at any count, anything. You 3-2, y'all better throw a curveball. I don't care if you walk them. That's part of the game. You go through the rocks. Go. You know what I'm saying? Go through the stumble.
Yeah.
Go through it. And if you go through it, you're going to grow through it. That's why kids not growing because they don't want to go through stuff. That's why you see them going from team to team. I have trial. Y'all doing recycling kids. Everybody recycling kids. Like, God, recycling kids.
Y'all see some of the lists of these
I'm like,
players.
everybody recycling kids. I'm like, all right. So what I'm saying, though, nobody want to grow through stuff. You need to be somewhere where your kid's comfortable and grow. My daughter plays at West Shore. I'm not letting her play select ball right now. I'm going to take her time. They got a little summer team. Have fun while you're young. If you have the passion, your passion don't leave you.
Right.
It'll leave you if you come through stumble and you don't know how to go through them.
Agreed.
Teach your kids how to go through that, then they won't have problems as adults. That's my opinion. That's what we try to preach and teach.
Man, that sounds great, but that doesn't happen.
Well, it happens, and that's why I say the baseball house, the Houston Monarchs, we're doing different things because, but my thing is tough love. That's how I grew up. And my thing is, I'm trying to play. I'm not gonna be your coach.
Do you think that still happens though? Tough love? Do you think it happens to you?
No,
I don't think it does.
No, because I teach school and I taught school for years. And that would help me too. I taught school and I've been around different spots. I've been around everywhere. So now I've trained in Woodlands. I train here. I train there. Parallel, I train everywhere. So now I've been around different kids, so I can interact with kids. So if you come in, I know what you need to help develop with.
Okay.
And it's a gift. Some people have a gift of touching kids and uplifting them life. And that's what I believe my gift is. It's not so much baseball. It's speaking life into something that's dead. And you talking about a kid that can't play? That's a dead situation. Baseball is select world.
Exactly.
People, I don't want to deal with that. He don't know how to play.
Nobody
He
does.
going crazy.
Yeah.
But the thing, but that kid, if you teach him a month later, he passed the kid you got right now.
If you teach him right,
you teach him the right way.
Yeah.
And give him a little time. Don't rush the process. Yes, sir.
I'm with everything you're saying. Me personally.
Yes, sir.
I can't speak for Julio and Junior. I'm with Eric. But, man, that select coach doesn't have time for that.
Well, because what happened is peer pressure to win. And
the parents get pissed.
Well, because and that's why I say from get-go, I'll be real with my parents. And I tell my parents, if you want to be worried about winning trophies, you can go down the street. They want to win trophies.
Okay.
What I'm getting my kids ready is from high school, college, and look long term. Winning trophies at 10 and 11, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean nothing. You can have the trophy. I tell you, you can have the trophy. I just want to play. Just give me the reps. Because that's what you're going to take with you that's going to mean something, not so much of the trophy.
Okay.
Because the trophy, me and my brother had 100 trophies at home. We had to get rid of them. Grandma said they got to go. So I was mad. What can you do? Yeah. So what I'm thinking, what you're going to take is what you learn and what are you doing now? And that's why I think it's the most important thing we got to get back to. And that's what we focus on, the baseball house is Houston Monarchs baseball. And that's what every step I had to do it that way. Because if I didn't do it that way, then it wouldn't add up. Okay. Even going back to when I was at Madison, when I was first started coaching, I didn't know what I was doing. But we was going out there, and I knew I was planting seeds. And even when I was at Madison, I was telling myself, I have 50 kids here. That's 50 kids not out there big in trouble. Mm-hmm. People realize how important sports are. Yeah. Now 50 kids have a reason to come to school. So now if you eliminate them sports programs and kick these kids off teams, what their purpose of coming to school for? To cause problems. And sports, you come to school just to be football, good baseball team. I just want to hang out with the baseball player.
Right.
Because they cool.
Right.
So it's not so much about winning. If you want to win, which is great, I'm more about developing kids and getting them ready for life and productive citizens. Look at Kobe Bryant. I mean, you can have everything you want, and in a second, it's gone.
Yeah.
And what's going to sustain is his legacy. What kind of person? Not so much of basketball. What kind of person you are? Because nowadays they're going to dissect you. Yeah. They're going to go back when you 5 years old. You stole a piece of cookie from the teacher, That's just the way the world is now.
So let me ask you a question.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
get back to I want to talk about the 3-2 pitch and you called a curveball.
Yes, sir.
All right. Were your pitchers allowed to call you to shake you off? Or?
No, because what's crazy about that is we had battles with that.
Okay.
Not so much battles. You just got to make sure kids in line.
Okay.
And I think what's crazy about that, I think the kid was a freshman. He was going against second Baptist, and they won the state championship that year. They were super loaded. We had a good team. We was trying to play above our level. And then that's what you got to do. You want kids to play above their level. It's about confidence. Mm-hmm. Once you give them that confidence, and I think coaches, it goes with confidence. Coaches have confidence and belief, and it triggers down to the kids and things like that. But he understood the process with that. And, he understood if you want to be a pitcher next level, you got to throw the pitch at any count. And you know what happened over time? He started doing it. And then when it came into play his senior year, and we needed him in the state championship tournament, it came through. But even when we had that run, I had one kid that saying that was right now, he just transferred in. We had a problem during the year. Like, hey, man, call the pitches I tell you call. Either you're going to call it. Now, if you do it your way, you don't perform, you're not going to pitch in my rotation. So, because I don't have time to be arguing with you about this and that. You know, a lot of kids, well, he can hit this. You don't know what he can do. Forget that kid.
Yeah.
Tack him.
You don't know at that given time.
Attack him, put pressure on him, and whoever put the pressure the most is going to win.
Right.
People realize that's baseball, life, whatever you're trying to do is about pressure. And that's what we do, like baseball, our organization, we bunt, we do every slash, we do read defense, we do everything that you got to do on the field. We're going to make you play defense, make you be honest and play. And that's about teaching these kids for the next level and things like that. You can't be scared to fail. Now,
on that curveball, do you remember, did he throw strike or what was it?
Well, his freshman was a ball. Okay. But his senior year, and we actually lost that. That was kind of motion year right there because we tied in. We walked them, and I think we never beat Second Baptist. I think they beat us 5-1, so we never beat them. So they actually came back.
Okay.
But that was part of his process.
Right.
And stuff like he had to go through that. And even if you don't go, and we talking earlier, if you don't go through something, right, how you gonna know what you're gonna handle when you get in that situation? And that's why I think that's very important that we continue to push these kids. And sometimes, and that's why I got a different cool analogy I mess with my kids about. Mm-hmm. You know, we grew up jumping fence and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. These kids, they don't want to jump over a curb no more. They don't want to do none of that. So we was jumping fence. So now, if they reach a limit, what they going to do? Oh, I can't do it. Man, I was about to get bit by dogs, chasing balls, going on the cars.
Right.
You just wanted to play ball. And that's why I think the kids have skills now, but they miss the passion. If you have kids with passion, desire, now you talking about the kids playing at a high level, and that's what we try to teach these kids. And that's why it's very important we teach them the skill set so they can develop that passion over time, let them have fun and things like that. Yeah. Like this year, we had like a banquet this year. Do different things for the kids, man. We had a good banquet. I made our kids dress up. I told the parents, no tennis shoes, got to wear shirt and ties, and because I want them to feel, hey, let's dress up.
How was attendance?
It was great. That was great, okay, man. We had barbecue, man, DJ playing, good music. What it was about? What I want to do is create events. It's experience for the kids.
Okay.
I don't want to be like we just play ball, mom. I just play. Coach always screaming at me. No, I want to create an experience for them because I remember I grew up, we had banquets and things like that. So now I remember that. So I want them to remember that. Come have fun, be loose with your kids. I'm not always on your neck. I am, but because I expect a lot of you.
Right.
And I tell them, I'm sorry if I expect you to be great. You expect it yourself.
Right.
If I got hesitation level yourself, then you have a problem. You should expect yourself higher than what I expect of yourself, because now everybody's on the same page of reaching up to the sky.
Yeah. Because
they realize if you reach up, now what's below that is okay. Mm-hmm. But if I reach nowhere, then I'm not going nowhere. And that's reality. I mean, that's what we try to do with the baseball as kids, okay, develop them.
That's awesome.
Well, before we go to our phone call, let's talk about the young man who's at Alabama.
Yes, sir.
What's his name?
His last name is Smith. First name Dylan. I don't know. That's crazy about that. He grew up next door to my cousin, so I've been knowing Dylan. He's about 5 years old and things like that. Thing about Dylan, he always had passion, and that's something you can't do. The kid just always kept working and just kept growing. Want to be at that level. I remember he's young. I'm gonna go do that, and he just kept him. He just kept going through that process each step, and I'm excited to see him pitch this year. And he's like this year he's supposed to be a weekend pitcher. So
is it really?
Okay. Yeah, he's on like 97. So he had a great summer last year. And
nice. What high school to go to?
He went to he started at St. Pius. He was at St. Pius for 2 years.
Okay.
And then he went to Stafford right there in Stafford, Texas.
Did he really?
So yeah, he went there for 2 years. Well, he wanted to play and he wanted to be comfortable and you know what I'm saying. So it was a great experience for him. And I always tell kids about that. You want to go to somewhere you can play.
Yeah.
I'm with you on every level. You can't showcase. It's not different when we grew up. Because my thing is, you want to go somewhere you can play and somebody will give you a shot. No matter where you go.
Right.
Because I remember it was funny thing about that. I was at Select Term years ago. I was talking to one kid. He's like, man, I got a scholarship. I'm playing ball in Hawaii. How you do that? He's like, all I did was did a video, sent to the school out there, and I gave me a scholarship. And I did another one. The kid didn't much start at Bel Air. He said, hey, coach, I was working with him. Hey, coach, do a video and stuff like that. He sent to a school in Hawaii, got a scholarship. Because my thing is different ways to get there. So if you want it, you can do it. And that's what we're trying to set up right now with my 14-year groups. I'm trying to support them around the city, the state, and outside the state. We want to go to them tournaments and get them in front of the right people. And I think what happened with the high school, what happened is everybody playing showcases, but who's at them showcases?
Yeah.
Nobody's there. So my thing is, are we playing for scholarships or are we still playing just to play? And if you playing just to play, it's kind of wasting time. Agreed. So I think I think from the ground up, it's just baseball is just, and I'm just trying to create different avenue for different kids and things like that, because I think it's different ways we can kind of get to the end point, and I'm trying to find out different ways to help these kids out. That's my main goal.
So Dylan Smith's hitting 97?
Yes, he's a 97, and the thing about him though, man, he's strong though. He played football. He's a football kid. I think he's bench press like close to 400. So he's really strong.
He's a big kid.
Well, he's strong. He's a strong kid. And the thing about it was cool having him, man, because he showed us good drills they've been doing and different like that. The kids were excited to see him, and one kid was like super excited.
What drill was okay? So you posted on Facebook.
Yes,
man.
yes.
We saw that.
Yeah.
Man, that ball just came out of his hand, and I told these guys, man, I don't know how hard he's throwing, but he's throwing hard.
Well, because
and I know it was a drill.
It was a drill, but it was like a balance drill. He got up and he bounced back, and on that back hip.
Okay.
And everything come on that back hip, and you're going through that and then late movement. And see, like, the ice kids, what they want to do is go early.
Oh, yeah.
They don't realize once you lose that rubber, your weight is gone.
Yeah.
You want to stay attached to that rubber as long as you can. So it's just stuff it was great experience that he came in to help us with and stuff like that.
Yeah, that ball came out of his hand.
Nah, he's
remarkable.
Amazing. I was out the way. I definitely wasn't going to catch it. I like, I can't catch that.
So did he throw against the backstop, or who was catching him?
Well, he's backstop.
Okay.
It was a backstop. Yeah. No. We definitely
you
can't
got to put on full gear for that.
Yeah,
Would you catch him, Junior?
I would. I'd be down. Just give me some gear.
We can set something up then. I can let you know you need the bullpen then. Yeah, there you go. In the summertime.
hey, but we're getting some requests about this. What did you call the recycle list, man? How many teams before the kid gets put on that list?
I don't know.
I'm a starter.
I don't know, man, because I don't much have trials, so I have no idea. I just heard about it.
Okay.
I heard about it in the street because my recycling list. Because what you look at is you see people always doing always doing trials, and then what you happen is they going from team to team, and you know how the baseball world is. Everybody I played over that last year, I played over this year, and I'm like, man, there's no difference.
How do you feel about those package deals? You got to take all three because we all buddies, man.
What kind of pack? Well, we work something out. I always work something out. You give me a call, 832-404-4131. I'm always available to work a deal out. You know what I'm saying? That's part of business and things like that.
Yeah, I like the package deal one.
That's
always good. Because there's always one good kid. We'll just leave
the thing about the package deal, I mean, you talk about the age you are. And what you got to look at, if you're younger, then what you look at is developmental. Okay. And you talking about a package, you talking about what's in that package. Okay. Because the package, if you got one kid that's give you a headache, I don't need that. You know what I'm saying? But you can stay, they can leave. That's why I do that package. I split that up real quick. So what you do, you evaluate that package, and that package not good, and I can't take it, and things like that. So you look at it like
that. Shout out to our boy Roy Swan watching us from the Check Down podcast, giving us a shout out.
Yes, sir.
Man, we're going to have to do that, the recycle list, bro. I'm getting a lot of hits on that. So,
recycle list?
I'm going to call that.
That's what I heard about it, though. I heard about the recycle list, though.
That is so funny, man.
Yes, sir.
That is so funny. Hey, one thing that I was listening to on the way over here was you mentioned that you seen kids pay $80, $100, and they still suck.
Yeah.
Man, that's common, huh?
Well,
but I know what you say when you refer to they suck.
No.
But does it come down to like the instructions?
I'm not saying they suck, but I've seen kids that have training for years and go get cut in high school. So a spade is a spade. Yeah. So if you've been developing that kid to make it, and I tell my kids, we don't go trial. You go out there to trial to showcase your skills. If you go on trial to make a team, you already got cut. Because you should know before you get there if you're on a team or not, if you can play. And you know what school you at. You know where you're going to go try out. So let's be real with these kids. And that's why I think what's happening is not so much the kids suck, but if you investing in your kids, I call it an investment. Now, what I tell my parents, we'll make an investment. So if you make an investment, my job is to get you to that next level. If I didn't get you to that next level, then I'm not doing my what?
Your job.
I'm not doing my job. And I have one job, and I tell my kids, you come to baseball, you're talking about one thing, that's baseball. Mm-hmm. You working on pitching, hitting, fielding, you're talking about one thing, which is baseball. That's it.
I also agree on the points both of you guys made about kids not playing enough baseball, but not enough like backyard baseball.
Just repetition.
Not having fun. Me and Steve talk about this all the time.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest thing that this generation lacks, man, because technology kind of has taken over, and we rely on it a little bit too much. But yeah, you make some good points on
Hey,
that.
before we go any further, congratulations from your mom.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So,
Yeah,
yes, sir.
I don't know if you can see
Okay,
it right there.
I didn't see it yet.
So say hi to your mom.
All right, hello, Mom. How you doing? She's in Indiana. She's in Indiana,
I see
representing.
that. She's at
Thank
South
you.
Bend.
Yeah, South Bend,
Wow.
Indiana, up there by Notre Dame, fighting Irish country.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, she's
hey,
up there.
we had to make a drive down here one time. That drive is mean.
Oh.
About
how
18
far is that
hours.
drive?
About
18
18.
hours?
Ooh, that was crazy, man. That was crazy. I wouldn't wish that on nobody.
Oh, okay. Well, right now we'll get back to you, Mike. But right now we have on the line Adrian Casteel from Laredo. How you doing, Coach?
What's going on? Good. How's everything going, guys?
Oh, everything's going great. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for coming on the show, Coach. It's you've been in this game a long time. But before we go into anything, how's everything down in Laredo? You know I'm going to be down there for the Border Olympics, so hopefully we can hook up while I'm down there.
Yeah, definitely. I can't wait to have you over here, and we'll host you, and we'll go around and watch some of the games and stuff. But
yeah, they put on a good show down there.
Good.
They put on a great show down there, a great tournament. I like it.
It's one of the best tournaments for high school in South Texas. There's a lot of teams that come down, a good mix of teams and stuff.
Yeah,
So
they do.
It's already scouted and stuff.
Yeah, no, it's great. And so hopefully when I go down there, we can hook up maybe at Unitrade, or actually hopefully it's at Unitrade. We can meet at Unitrade. I like that. I mean, I don't have a problem with the high school fields, but I just feel more comfortable at Unitrade, I guess. But that's just me, Coach.
They actually fixed the old Mexican League ballpark, which is now owned by one of the school districts, West Martin Field, which is for LISD, and it's as good or even better than Unitrade now.
Really? So. Okay, man. Well, then I'm gonna have to go over there then. I'm gonna have to go there and check it out, Coach. But what's going on? What's going on, Coach? What's going on in Laredo, and what's going on with your team? We'll talk about the big boys in a little while, but let's talk about what you have going on right now, sir.
Well, right now with the 11U team we have, we're just getting ready for the Houston tournament. Basically, we're gonna come out and go play as a team in February to go to Corpus. That's where we play. That's like our home away from home in Portland.
Okay.
So what we plan to do in the spring is just play up, but play that one Houston event, and then travel heavy in the summer.
Okay. And what's on the docket for the summertime for your team, Coach? Are you going to the Perfect Game, or are you going to TBS?
You know what? As a team, we're going to the TBS event in Georgia.
Okay.
We're going to the USA National event.
Okay.
In Cary, and then we're also going to the Elite 32.
Oh, so okay. Wow, those are
the 3 events.
That's a full schedule, Coach.
We're still missing one that we got to squeeze in there for the core group of boys. So.
Man, that's good. Well, let me ask you about the TBS tournament, because I have not heard anything bad about that tournament, and I know you've been there a couple of times. How is that tournament? Is it true?
I wasn't there this last year. The team went. We used to go back in the day when it was back in East Cobb. That was one of the main events to go to in the summer. Rick Goff he's always put on a great event. Most of the older boys that are over 20 and stuff, 18, 19, 20, they all played there when they were young. So, I mean, when he moved it to Lake Point, it was kind of like a no-brainer to go out there and play. So, but there was good teams out there last year.
Well, good. And then also, you're gonna go out there to the Elite 32 again. How do you like the Elite 32 now that it's in Vieira?
You know what? If it was up to me, I'm not a Florida guy just because of the rain. If it was up to me, we would play in Cali and for them to host like the Elite over there. But it's nothing overlaps with Elite 32. I mean, so it's just basically it's a must go because most of the top teams do still go out there and stuff.
Correct.
But the complex is nice where it's at and stuff. But I'm not. I mean, it's it would be a lot better if it was on the West Coast. Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Coach? This is Junior right here checking in.
What's up, brother?
Hey, what's going on, man? Hope all is well. Hey, talking about the Elite, I know that the S30 here in Houston is trying to mirror that. And if you look at all the teams that are signed up right now, I mean, it looks like a little mini elite. What do you think about that, man?
You know what? It's a great event. Darren goes hard and goes all out to make it that great event that it is. You know what I wish Darren would do for that event? Have like a round robin type deal the night before. Like, well, when you go to the big summer events with the high school boys, they have round robins that where you just go. It doesn't affect the tournament, but you can go get some work in and face the top teams and play the top teams multiple games instead of having to see them towards the end of the bracket and stuff like that.
That's good. That's a good idea. Well, we're actually going to have Darren Larson, USSSA director, in-house, in studio next week. So I'll be able to share that with him. So, I know that he said last time he talked to us, he was trying to build this event as big as the elite. And I saw this morning, we're up to like, how many teams, Julio? 469 or something like that. So, I know that the event is going to be big. So, shout out to the mini elite going on here in Houston.
Definitely.
Yeah, hey, Coach. As far as the younger team is concerned, what do you got going on with the big age groups? Because I know you've been in the game for a long time, a very long time. So, do you have anything going on with the big boys?
What we do here with the South Texas boys out of Laredo and some kids from Laredo, we just basically help them get on a good travel team for the players that have the talent, but they don't. We just kind of get them to the top travel teams, to the top events and stuff like that. So we have kids that are 2020s, 2021s, some 2022s, plus some younger boys.
Oh, that's nice. And as far as what's the state of baseball in Laredo? Because how is it playing down there in the summer? Because I've been down there in the summer, Coach, and I got to tell you, man, it's hot. I mean, it's hot in Houston, but it's like hell hot over. It's hot over there, man. I don't even know. I can't even describe the hot. It's so hot over there. So how is it over there?
No, I mean, it runs from 108 to 112. It's super hot, but we're actually almost never play ball here in the summer because we're always out of town. So.
Yeah, and how is it playing in the Corpus Portland there? I haven't been to that Portland complex yet. Everybody says it's nice. What's your take on it, Coach?
You know what? It's beautiful, man. I love playing out there. There's always some teams from the Valley, some teams from San Antonio and stuff like that. So you still get a good mix of teams without having to travel all the way to Houston and stuff. So that's our home away from home, Corpus. We've been traveling out there for 11, 12 years. And so it's just, it feels like home there. And that's where most of our boys go train at. So when we go play, we usually go get some work in the night before and stuff. So
okay,
it works out.
I just got a text, Coach. So apparently the Friday of the Border Olympics, I'm going to be at Unitrade at 1:00 on that Friday. So
Friday at 1?
Yes, Friday at 1. I want to be there. I'm going to be watching Pasadena Dobie play somebody. I don't know who they're going to play, but I'm going to be there at 1:30. So if you have a chance, then maybe you can go out there
definitely.
and we'll chop it up. And if not, then I'll just hook up with you either Thursday or Saturday.
I think United's playing. I think Johnson or some top San Antonio school Friday night at Unitrade.
Oh, are they really? Okay. Well, hell, I may go. If you're going to go there after I go to Palenque Grill, then I'll go and hang out with you at Unitrade because it's always a great time going down to Laredo for the Border Olympics. I'm trying to get Junior and Julio to go, bet.
I'm down.
Yeah, I'm down to go too.
Hey, Coach, I gotta
come down, man. It's some great baseball, some real good baseball. Nice parks and nice atmosphere to be at.
Yes.
Hey, Coach, and I'm gonna tell Steve right now I'm down, but I got a question real quick. It's really off topic, but we have to get this answered. Is Laredo considered the Valley or no?
No, it isn't, bro.
Coach, thank you. Okay, let me go back. A couple of years ago, when I was at the Border Olympics, I was going into Unitrade, and I think I was going to pay with a $50 bill or something like that. So I had to wait for the two ladies to get changed because I think it was a 10 o'clock game. It was the first game. It was Dobie was playing Martin. I think that's who it was. And so while I'm waiting there, I talked to the two ladies, and I'm like, well, how's everything down here in the valley? They go, oh, no, sir. No. Laredo is not a part of the valley. Don't you ever say that. Man, I had these two ladies right there at the entrance just scolding me, Coach, about Laredo not being in the valley. So ever since then, if anybody tries to tell me that Laredo's in the valley, I tell them, man, hold on, man, it's not. And so it's funny how that works out over there, Coach.
Basically, the valley, what we consider the valley, is from Roma to Brownsville.
Okay.
Roma is south of Zapata.
Okay.
So
yeah. Okay.
basically, Roma, Rio Grande City, down to Brownsville.
So you got that, Julio and Junior?
I got it. So we're going to Laredo, not the valley.
Yeah, going to Laredo, not the valley.
Laredo.
I got family right there across the border in Laredo.
Oh, for real?
So I'm down to go.
Okay, good, Coach. But yeah, Coach, like I said, we just wanted to talk to you, touch base with you. Is there anything you want to get out to the people? Like I said, you're known in the select baseball world, Coach. I mean, everybody knows who you are. If they don't know who you are, they've heard about you. And so, that's why it was a big thing for us to contact you, for you to come on and talk about the teams, talk about Laredo baseball, and talk about everything that you have going on down there. So, is there anything else you want the people to know?
No, we just we just try to help the boys from Laredo. Now travel baseball's picked up. A lot of these kids and parents are have their own contacts and have teams to play on, and a lot of these teams from the Valley or Houston or even San Antonio, even Dallas, pick up some of these Laredo kids. But back in the day, some of these kids didn't know about travel baseball, about these big summer events in Jupiter and Georgia for the perfect game and stuff. So that's what we did. Just basically help kids from our hometown get a chance to go play at these big events and be seen and stuff. So that's what we still do. We don't have as many kids because there's a lot more people doing it, but we still try to help the few kids that want us to help them or want us to get them on the right team and stuff. So we're in it for the kids, for the right reasons, and we just we love baseball. Baseball's been good to us, to my boys, our family, and we made a lot of friends through baseball. So.
Yeah, well, that's good. And Coach, before you go, how different is select baseball now as opposed to when you started years ago?
Man, when we started, it's nobody played travel baseball. There was only one kid in Laredo that played travel baseball. He was the only one that his name is Genaro Cardenas. He used to play with the S3 Hustlers. He would go play with Landro out of Corpus. He was the only kid that played travel baseball. Our first travel team was called the Laredo Reds, in honor of Freddie, which is a pro baseball coach out of Laredo.
Yes, with the Cincinnati Reds.
We ended up traveling to Corpus, which was our first tournament, and then we just kept on playing a little bit more, and then the director from Corpus said, man, you have to go to Houston. Go play some of the top teams over there. He's like, man, you have a good team. So we ended up going to Water. Back in the day when Water opened, it was that's where they had a Super NIT. We didn't even know it was a Super NIT, what it was or anything. It was all kids from Laredo, North Laredo, and we ended up winning it back in the day and taking that team to Elite 32, and it just grew from there. And a lot of the kids from Mexico and from Laredo just kept on asking if they can go to all these tournaments. We're traveling to Big League Dreams. A lot of these kids, I mean, they had never even been there. So it just kind of grew from there. But we were there when the water complex opened back in the day with no lights and stuff. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I tell you, I mean, you've been in the game a long time, Coach. So, I thank you for everything that you do for the kids down there in Laredo. And also what you just do for travel baseball down there or in Laredo, and also just in general. I mean, He's been in the game a long time, Junior.
I know, man. Every time you see Coach Casteel's team walk into the complex, you know they're gonna give you a game, man. So shout out to Coach, man, and that's one of the things I look really when I watch your team, man, that I really take from it. You guys aren't scared to play anybody, and every time y'all play, every kid on that team plays hard, man. So I condemn you guys.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, and every time your team walks in the complex, y'all usually winning. So
yeah,
I appreciate it. We just go out there and love to compete. Just nothing like playing good baseball year round. So that's what we try to do, brother.
Well, good, Coach. Like I said, thanks for tuning in and being on the show with us. I mean, we had to get you on. Like I said, Coach Casteel, you know, man, you're a name in the business. So we had to get you on, and thank you for your time. And like I said, I'll be down there for the Border Olympics. I'll text you or give you a call when I get there, and hopefully we can hook up. And,
okay, I sure will.
And I doubt Junior's going to show up or Julio.
I'll be there.
But I'll be there.
Okay.
I'll be there. I'll let you know where I'm staying at too, Coach. So we can go. We could chop it up, and maybe we can go to Palenque Grill.
We're gonna pull up in the
we'll
Bentley.
see you here in town when you come in.
Okay, I sure will. Well, thanks, Coach. Thanks for talking to us, and I'll see you at the ball fields.
Okay, guys.
Okay, thank you, Coach.
Appreciate it.
That was Adrian.
Okay.
That was Adrian Casteel from Laredo.
That's
Man,
awesome. Hey,
yeah.
man, it's gonna be a long drive with your Bentley, though, man. we gonna be comfortable.
It gets like 18 miles a gallon, but yeah.
Professional driver.
But Coach Casteel been in the game for a long time.
Yes.
I mean,
Everybody I talk to, when that name comes up, they know he means business, man.
Yeah, he doesn't. He runs a good program down there, and especially, man, it's hot in Laredo, bro. It's hot. Okay, so 2 years ago when I was at the Border Olympics, it was like 58 degrees on a Thursday, and then on Saturday it was like 100.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's worse than Houston.
I almost got sick. Oh, worse than Houston. Oh man, worse than Houston. But the Border Olympics, oh my God,
that's bipolar right there.
Oh man, Border Olympics, great tournament out there. I'll be going out there. I took a sabbatical last year because I had to do something, but I'm going to be out there again this year. And it's just 4 days of baseball. It's
you
awesome.
love the game, though. That's a good place to be.
Yeah.
I love the game.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people who go watch the games who also love the game because they start playing at 10 o'clock in the morning. And so it's all around the city of Laredo.
Okay, cool.
And so they have that, and they have the softball tournament, and then I want to say they have track and field.
How far is that drive?
6 hours, no?
It's about 5-6. Yeah.
When is that?
February. Danny, tell me what it is because I don't know off the top of my head. It's in February. February 20-something.
Oh, that's why it's kind of cold.
Frank the Tank just texted me. He's down.
He's down for what?
He's down to go to the road trip.
Frank the Tank, he can go, but I'm gonna be there. So
man, that sounds like a badass trip, man.
Yeah. So
hey, but hold on, real quick. I'm gonna give a shout out to all these teams that are commenting. Their teams on there: the 12U Houston Generals, Dynasty Black 9U, Xeno Curve 11U, Legends 11U, ZT.
What you?
No, I just said ZT on there.
Shout out ZT.
And I can't go all the way up, but somebody said 5.5 hour drive if you're going 70. So Country's made that drive.
Okay, yeah, Country's made the drive. Yeah, he was just Country was making steaks yesterday. I didn't get no invite. You get an invite?
No, Peloteros 12U. No, I didn't get I didn't get an invite, but every Friday, man, I don't know where Country works, but man, they're having barbecues
they grill up
every week.
You need to follow this guy.
I know. I need to do that.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Seems like he likes a private party going on.
Yeah, man. Country be cooking it up. You think it's good? It looks good.
I hope, man.
That's two different things. Looking and tasting.
We're gonna see Country. Hey, Country, you need to come over here and queue up something.
Okay, it is February 27th through 29th.
Okay.
That weekend we're free. That weekend we're in Laredo.
Yeah.
Wind up is in Laredo.
I will be in Laredo. Yes.
We will be in Laredo.
We should probably do a show from there.
I'm down. Let's do it.
A little special. Yeah, we should. I'm going. I don't know about y'all, but if y'all decide y'all gonna go, because I'm going Thursday. So I'm lying. I'm leaving Wednesday. I'm leaving Wednesday, so I'll be there Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Oh, come back Saturday. Excuse me. So there's nothing but baseball over there. So it should be fun. Any tournaments this week? I know you want to talk about Kobe. So you want to go into the Kobe? Let's talk about Kobe.
Let's talk about Kobe real quick. And I know I made a post on Facebook yesterday. And, I talked about it a little bit and how Kobe Bryant, not necessarily for us baseball players, like we could relate to him as far as like the game went, but you can translate and relate to his work ethic and mentality and how that, I was listening to a podcast earlier. They had Terrell Owens on there, and they said how when he was coming up, he didn't have those football idols. So he looked up to Jordan, he looked up to Kobe, and it kind of reminded me of myself. And I know with this tragedy going on, we're actually watching the game right now. So if you see me cheering, Kobe's one of my favorite players growing up, and I will share some stories on there. But we've heard enough about Kobe, right, and his daughter, but we haven't heard. Well, we heard a little bit today of the other passengers that were in the helicopter with him, and I want to touch up on this. One of the individuals that lost his life there was John Altobelli, who's an American college baseball coach who worked for 20 seasons at Orange Coast College in Costa Mesa, California. He was also known as Alto, and of course, he perished with Kobe Bryant and several others. So a little bit backstory on Coach Alto. He was a legend, right? This guy attended Newport High School in Newport Beach, California, attended Golden West College, and played college baseball for the Golden West Rustlers as an outfielder. Then he transferred to U of H, our hometown right here at University of Houston, and finished his college baseball career with the Cougars from 84 to 85. And in his junior season, 1984, he led right here in Houston. He led the team in RBIs with 34, runs scored with 47, triples with 3, and share leads and doubles with 14, and stolen bases with 8. And as a senior, he had a single season record 57 walks and led the team in runs scored and stolen bases. And then after playing in the 1985 season, he played for the Marlins in the Miami Marlins of the Florida State League. And also graduated from the University of Houston with a degree in physical education. He's also known that he worked with Aaron Judge and Jeff McNeil from 2012 to 2014. And, finished with a coaching record of 175 wins, 478 losses, 4 ties. And he was a 4-time CCAA champion. And he was coach of the year 3 times. And when I heard about this, he also won Coach of the Year this past year with the championship, and he was supposed to be honored tomorrow. So that's pretty sad how that went down. And, the reason why I brought this up and why I was talking to Steve about, it's growing up, everybody had their own heroes. Well, when I think of sports, this is who I think of. Soccer, you're talking about Landon Donovan, right? Football, you talk about Tom Brady. Baseball, Derek Jeter. But for me, basketball was Kobe Bryant. But what do those 4 guys have in common? They all have the work ethic. They put in work. Plus, not only that, they've been in the game for 20-plus years, man. So I want to share a story real quick. When we were younger, my father was incarcerated when I was young. Might have been like 1999, 2000. My mom was working 3 jobs. It was really tough on us. We asked her for a lot of stuff because, we were used to, having a little bit of money. So I remember I might have been 8 or 9, and I asked my mom, I'm like, hey, can we get this new Kobe Bryant courtside Nintendo 64? And of course she said she couldn't. She saved up her money, and then right before Christmas, we got a box. So in that box, when we opened it, guess what it was? It was a Nintendo 64 with 2 games. It was the Ken Griffey Jr. Slugfest, that everybody remembers that game, and then the Kobe Bryant courtside 2. So me and my sister's 2 years younger than me, and she's basically like grew up a tomboy, fighting and playing sports. And during that tough time, man, my mom, she'd play basketball with us, and she would buy us a bunch of, what she could, a bunch of different jerseys, and she would put them on. And we actually talked about this earlier because she was asking me, she's like, how do you take this loss? And I'm like, well, it kind of feels like, I was telling Steve, it kind of feels like a family member because I grew up watching and idolizing this guy. But what hurts me the most, now that I'm a grown-up and I have grown up myself, was the fact that he passed away going to his daughter's travel basketball game. And we do that every weekend, every other weekend, us in the baseball community. So it touched me knowing that after his career was over, he devoted and dedicated his entire time to his family, especially to his oldest daughter. And, as somebody that has also opened up, a facility and all that, and have him open up that Mamba Academy, he kind of like did all that for the future of his daughters as well, to have something to grow up with and kind of have a sense of life. So, it kind of hit me hard. I know my sister called me, she had FaceTime, she was crying, And the only reaction that I had was, this is what I guess how people felt when Tupac died, you know, or Michael Jackson, you know. I didn't have that connection, but with Kobe Bryant, definitely, for sure. So I just wanted to share that story and, you know, just talk about it, you know. I know we talk about Kobe and his daughter, but we had other, you know, 6-7 people that also passed away that also deserve respect and condolences. So I just wanted to touch on Coach Alto, as he was a JUCO legend. And as the article started pouring today, it was awesome to see that he worked with players that are currently in the league, and they're also hurting. So, you know, much love out there to the Bryant family, to the Alto Belli family, the Mauser family, and the pilot as well. So I just wanted to touch on that, share up on that. And shout out to my boy Mike Cepeda. He made me this shirt last minute. I think I texted him like at 3 in the afternoon. I told him, hey, I need a Kobe shirt for the podcast. And guess what? He came through, and you know,
about time.
I'm also gonna keep this shirt forever, man. So shout out to everybody. Like I said, you don't have to necessarily play basketball, but you know, there's a lot of players growing up that idolize this guy. So you know, definitely, you know, it's definitely hard. But this one's for you, Kobe, man. I know you're watching.
How do you feel about Kobe?
It was tough. I grew up as a Michael Jordan fan, so I wasn't a Kobe fan growing up. Because you know when Kobe came through, like, hey, he's trying to beat Jordan.
Yeah.
But over time, I respected his game because he kept going. And the thing I think to test the Kobe career, you can test with these kids. Anybody can test to that. Is he never quit. Mm-hmm. He kept going. Like Shaq left, whoever went, he kept shooting the ball. He kept playing. He kept working. And that's what he's saying with the mama mentality. And that's the mentality I'm trying to teach these kids. It's mental. It's not physical. And you know, so that's why I think about Kobe. I think the sad thing about it is not that he died; it's the way he died, because it's in a crash. And you know, his daughter's with him. The whole story setup is just so sad. It seems like it doesn't make sense because it doesn't seem real and stuff like that. And that's why it's very important that we out here serving a purpose, not just trying to do something. You out here trying to make a difference in people's life, and especially in select work. If you're in select work, you should make a difference in kids' lives, because you have a. Even right now, I was texting my parents earlier tonight. She was telling me I'm part of the village, which is true because I'm the coach, so now I'm extending time because I'm spending time with that kid, so you can make an impact. So I think what Kobe lesson tell us is we can go harder, and we don't have that much time. So the time you're guaranteed now, let's do everything you can where you're at to help whoever you can help. So if you're a coach, then you should be trying to do everything you can to help that kid, not seeing how that kid can help me. Because at the end of the day, that you in it for the right reasons, and that's always. But I think about Kobe, I just think him just working hard, never giving up, and just keep fighting. Right. He was a fighter, because even when he first came here, I mean, people was messing with him. I think what's his name from New York started punching on him, and every time he was soft.
Chris Child.
He two-piece to him. Everybody thought he was soft. Then he got a tattoo, but never know. I think with Kobe, you got to tell me that tattoo. But I think with Kobe, I think his testimony is just he kept going. Yeah. And he kept working, and people can understand that from the work ethic standpoint.
Well, my take on Kobe is I hated Kobe as a basketball player. I couldn't stand him. I
same way,
his game.
Yes.
Had he been a Rocket, I'd have loved him.
I would love him.
I'd have loved him. But one thing I will tell you that I love about Kobe, and I only know him as a basketball player, that's it.
Yeah.
That dude wanted to beat you.
Well, it's true. Yeah, he had the right mind for it.
He wanted to beat you, and he wanted to beat you bad. Mm-hmm. And I don't think there's enough of that going around right now. No,
it's nothing going on like that. Because if you watch basketball now, majority of sports, I mean, if you see people helping each other up. Right. My thing, if you're on a team, you stay there. Yeah, we didn't grow up like that. We grew up. That's what I tell my kid. You slide in second base, spikes up.
Yeah,
you're not sliding second base, spikes down. So you tell your kid to avoid the spike because we got to play the right way. And that's why I think now is everybody's trying to be everybody's friend. But I think what happened with that is similar to baseball. Baseball is not so much because you have people come around the whole world. Mm-hmm. Basketball is like that because you're AAU.
Yeah.
So all of them are friends. Baseball not, because you don't know what people gonna come from.
Yeah.
So everybody can't connect because you at the highest level.
But now they're connecting though.
What they're connecting, but it's not the same because you got Dominicans, Cubans coming. Yeah. So it's always gonna be a mix. So AAU, he's going to the NBA. You 7th grade, he going to NBA.
Yeah.
You just know he's going baseball. No.
Yeah.
You have an idea. But that's no guarantee because anything can happen over that time. Because you may have a blue chip at 7th grade, or what you have now, them kids that commit in 9th, 10th grade. Mm-hmm. And what happened? Where you going? Well, I'm going to such and such. I thought you committed A&M. No, they didn't. They put him scholarship. So that we understand the long-term game. And I think basketball and baseball is different from that standpoint.
Well, if we go to Laredo, 5 Tools says he'll go, he or she. So we'll finally be able to figure out who that person is.
Let's
what do you think?
it.
We ought
Let's
to
do
do
it.
it just for that, right?
I'm down, man. I mean, you're right. So this person's been commenting in the comments for like 4 months, and we still don't know who it is. All they say is
Private
5
investigator.
rules.
Yeah.
So
What's up, Tony? I see you, Tony. I also see you, Ryan Grimes. Flash says he still has the game. You see it?
Man, hey, Flash, if you still have the game, bro, after the show's over, I'm gonna go play at your house. No BS. No cap.
Yeah, I'm fixing to talk about that, Tony. So yeah.
Hey, but real quick, this is again out of left field. Flash was at the Royal Rumble, and I told him to go live, but then I remembered I have it on the TV. Hey, yo, that was wild, bro. That was wild.
Brock Lesnar, dude. See, Brock Lesnar was just whooping.
I had no idea what y'all were talking about till I looked in there, and he was like the first one in or something like that.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep, he was the first one in.
But the whole time I was like, man, I hope somebody from my childhood comes up, and they only threw one dude.
Who was that? Edge?
Yeah. The place went loud, but then again, Edge looked, oh man, they needed somebody like Stone Cold or somebody in there, but it is what it is.
Before we go, but we have a question for you,
yes,
Mike, from Traylon Stewart. Galveston County Seahawk baseball is trying to build from the ground up. What advice would you give?
The main thing, though, is what you got to do, realize it's a process. Nothing happened overnight and things like that. It looks easy, like people, all you can do is do this and that. Mm-hmm. But you got to remember that if you want to build something that's going to sustain over time. Mm-hmm. So if you start from scratch, what you want to do is go brick by brick, brick by brick. So if you bringing in kids that came, you do develop. Mm-hmm. So and also too, if you start from step one, you don't have to go to select. It's different options to play games.
Right.
And stuff like that. You don't have to say, I want to play a select team. No, we doing is developing you to work you towards select. So if you play games around a city, unsanctioned tournaments, mm-hmm. and let the kids get in a non-pressure situation, that's why I recommend people, don't go to the big tournaments first off. Let's get the kids reps to get them confidence, to get them feeling good about themselves. So I think the number one thing when you're building something from scratch, you got to make sure you're getting a good foundation, you're getting good people around you, you're getting good people in your organization, and people understand what is your vision, what is your long-term purpose, what are you trying to accomplish in the long term. Because nothing's going to happen overnight, but you got to go brick by brick, step by step. And if you do that, what happened is the bricks will add up. Now you'll be taking jumps. But I think it's very important if you want to do it, lay a great foundation and understand that if you come into the game, don't come into the game understanding it's going to be easy. There's going to be ups and downs because when you get in, people not going to want you in the game. They say they're going to help you. The person that say they're going to help you, the ones that going to go, hey, man, you come play over here for me, man. So respect that. Don't get mad because that's baseball. Baseball works crooked. That's why I build myself out loyalty and respect. And I want people that's loyal to me because I'll be loyal to you. Yes, sir.
And that's hard to do in this game, man.
Well, because that's why I'm not in the game. I'm in the Monarchs business, in the baseball house business, and that select world, y'all can have that. So what all I'm doing is we just need the reps. So we got to go play in select ball. So that's all we doing, showcasing our skill. Win or lose, I just want my kids to get reps because win or lose, you learning either way. Yeah. You can win and still suck. I rather go through the struggle and come out as a champ than be a champ at step one, and then I get weaker and weaker as a kid move towards high school. And I gotta tell my kids, high school coach not gonna develop you either. You don't have the time. Mm-hmm. I think they start practice this week then they got a scrimmage next week. Yeah. What are you gonna do for you? Then you gotta come in ready. You gotta come in ready to go. And all they're gonna do is just throw balls, whoever can play. They're gonna throw balls at you. So
I had this conversation, not to cut you
yes,
off,
sir.
but I was talking to a high school coach and I'm like, hey, y'all ready to go? And he's like, I said, man,
come on.
I said, y'all got to be in mid-season form already, man.
It's time. And that's what's crazy about that because I was working a high tower high school program, so trying to change that and giving my kids different options. And I was telling them it's the off season you got to win. They don't realize you go to college, your main important season is the off season, not doing season. Like the Astros, they've been practicing all off season. So now when they come in season, it's time to go. Yeah. Nobody got time to get ready. We got to get bats ready. No, you got to come in ready to go. In high school, I tell them because the coach don't have time to get no rep. They have like 3 coaches on the team, and you got like 60 kids. You got a couple of them shouldn't be there. They there, they there bringing money into the program. We can talk about that tonight. You know how that is. Hey man, we ain't gonna talk about that. But you know that style of stuff still going on. When you're a schoolboy, keep them on the team.
Oh man, that's funny.
So you know it's
That's
just.
funny.
Yeah, you know how it is.
Hey, we got another question in the comments.
Yes, sir.
Just again, I know you touched on it earlier, but where's Monarchs baseball? Where is this? Where's the location?
We're located in Houston. We're out in Houston, and we're off Beltway and 288. I got the indoor batting cages. It's located at. Let me get the address.
It's on
I should know.
Fuquay.
It's on Fuquay. Let me get that. I know should have by heart. Let me give me 1 second. But we'll get the information.
Okay.
But Houston Monarchs, we practice off South Post Oak High, Little League, and then we use High Tower High School. So we go from there. We use the batting cages, which is great, and that's why I was telling my parents. I was like, last year around this time, we was going around looking for cages. Now the kids realize how blessed they are.
Yeah,
no, we got them.
Right.
So what is your excuse now? There's no excuses now.
They'll come up with one.
What, that's why they got to go. That's why at certain ages. And my thing is, if a kid been in my program for years, and if he don't show the passion, desire that he want to get to that next level, we have a conversation with the parent. What's going on?
Right.
Because I have no problem keeping you here, but let's look at the end result.
Right.
And stuff like that. So I don't want you to say, don't blame me. No, we need to find the problem. And that's why I do between the season, we do checkpoints. We have checkpoints, and I think last year around May or June, I was like, hold on, let me go back and make sure these kids are learning the fundamentals of the game. Because sometimes we go so fast and we expect them to know it, they don't know it. And we can't expect these kids to know nothing because they really don't know nothing at all. So they're not putting no work into it. So they're not putting no work into it. So we got them checkpoint. It's like at school. We got to hold their hand step by step. And that's what we got to do. But I got a batting cage located off 3240 Fuquay Street, Houston, Texas, 77047. The suite is 3263. You can give me a call at 832-404-4131, 832-404-4131. You can email me mjonk43@gmail.com. And the thing about me, man, if you want to play baseball, you can come play. Doesn't matter where your skill level at. And I'm not looking for people who think they the best thing smoking. Because if you are, then who's paying you money right now? Because if nobody paying no money, you got to go to work. Because I know Alice Bergman, Tuve, them suckers right now are working. I watching video. Carlos Carrera, he's working, getting ready for the season. So if them guys are working on the fundamentals, and that's the cool thing about me, man, is right now what I'm doing is studying the game and continue to learn. I coached for years, went to coaching camp. I still got to learn the game.
Yeah, always.
I'm trying to learn from the Dominicans and Cubans. Like I tell my kids, we need to do what they doing. Don't do what the Americans doing. The kids in America, they're not playing no more. They going to quit. We need to do the ones Dominican, Cuban. They're the ones that come and take our job. So that's what we focus on is learning some of them things. And that's why we go field balls with no gloves on and hit balls. Things like that. We got to do what they doing.
Of course.
And things like that.
Did you see Ambush in the house?
Yeah. I read.
Did you do Zeno Curve 11 you?
Yeah. I actually know Coach Tanner. I met him. I think it was this past season.
Okay.
In the fall. Shout out to them over there. I think they're out of Willis, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. And shout out to Ambush, Coach Sam Garcia. Nice little comment he posted there. I know he posted and he followed back up with my Kobe post. So man, shout out to Ambush 9U out there, man.
Juan Cruz, it's actually free parking in Laredo, but you got to pay to get into the
to the game.
If you're at Unit Trade, you have to pay. I'm not too sure. I've never paid, so I don't know. But I know you don't have to pay for parking. So I'm going to sneak in with the high school team. I just don't know which one yet. And so I'll definitely be in there. Who else did we see on here? I'm going in between both of them right now.
Yes, sir. Coach Lucas says, yes, sir, out of Willis.
Oh, I see. My bad. I see Cookie.
Coach,
what's
real,
up, Cookie?
real quick.
Yes, sir.
Do you have affiliation with Monarch Baseball in Los Alamitos, California?
No. We just out of Houston. What we're doing is we starting up down here, and what I'm doing down here is I'm gonna provide an opportunity that these kids don't have in Houston, because I think select ball is great, but when you go out there, then you know it's no competition. So we do out here in Houston Monarchs something different. We give the kids underdogs opportunity. Because that's how I grew up. We grew up playing ball with just, you have somebody pick on a pickup truck, and they pick everybody up on the street. You guys want to go play. So that's what we're going back to now. If you want to play, just come to us, and we'll develop and teach you And what we'll do is we teach inexperienced kids, and we do over a period of time. It may take a month, it may take 2 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years, but we'll eventually turn them into select players over time and things like that.
Good.
That's awesome, man.
Hey, Cookie,
Yes, sir.
I'll go see the San Antonio Wolverines play in Laredo. So shout out to Cookie as well, my guy over there at ZT. Did you shout out all the 25 Legends teams?
Yeah. Shout out to Legends 9U. They just commented on YouTube. I got YouTube and Facebook going on at
and
the same
11
time.
U too, right?
I gave him a shout out. If I didn't, Frank the Tank would check me.
How about Dynasty Black 90?
Yes, we
Okay,
gave
cool.
them a shout out at the top of the top of the thing. So
I'll make sure we get everybody in.
yes, sir.
Because-
Last call for shout outs. Get them in.
Hey, and Country said he barbecues every weekend. You believe that?
I don't know, man. He should have a
Could use some
cooking team by
tonight,
now.
though. Where's he at right now?
Yeah.
I need a link sound or something.
That
Hey, quick question. Quick question, Coach. You've had Timmy Chans?
Yeah, I grew up with Timmy. I grew up with that. I grew up with that. Yeah, right.
but who hasn't had that?
Robert.
How old is he?
Yeah,
though?
but he's
So,
from. Okay, but in his defense,
Yeah,
he's from San Marcos,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, that's different though. He went out from
Exact-
Houston. Now, if you're in
exactly.
Houston, you're the South
Yeah.
Side. You had Timmy Chan.
Yeah.
you ever had Lotus?
I had. Well, I'm not too big a fan of Lotus. It's okay. I don't like all the seasons.
Man, that's over there by Steve's house, huh?
Yeah, I don't.
Wait, you had it before? It's like I know they got one in Parallel. I don't like all the
Yeah.
season.
Yeah.
Cause I don't want all that stuff to be.
Okay.
Yeah, I
I
don't.
don't need all that hot. I'm trying to look young, fella.
East Texas Warhawks 9U coming in through. So shout out to them.
Nice.
Yeah, we're getting some nice.
Hey,
comments.
are there any tournaments this
No.
week?
There
Is
is
there a
the
tournament?
one,
You talking about Houston?
one
Yeah.
day
It's a tournament.
Super
It's a
Bowl.
tournament. It's a tournament out here.
It's
You
the
know-
one day Super Bowl.
The question is,
Let me pull it up.
What weekend is not a tournament?
Oh, that's true.
That's the question.
That's true. How about let's talk U-Trip. Anything U-Trip or Nations?
Yeah. Let me pull this up. I believe there was the
Yeah,
one day
it's that
Super
one
Bowl.
day Super Bowl Saturday.
Super Bowl Saturday.
If you playing in that one day Super Bowl, comment real quick.
That one. I mean, that wouldn't be bad. I mean, because you get to get some work in.
Super Bowl.
Flash said Lotus is overrated. Man, how would you know?
I think he stays by there, no?
Yeah, I think so. I think so too.
That's
All right,
Mr.
so-
That's Mr. 5'2", ain't it?
Yeah. You got any stories about Flash or no?
No, he's a good guy.
Okay.
Fly's good guy. Fly's good guy. Because he came under me because I think he was helping Coach Mayor Madison when I was in college. I already left and stuff like that.
For-
No, I think I went on my coaching life. I
Okay.
left there. So he's younger than me. He's a good guy.
Yeah,
I know Flash. Good guy.
Good guy. He needs to learn them rules though.
I heard about. Hey, I be seeing that, man. Hey,
You got 90 teams on that.
Yeah.
Saturday, too.
Chaos 8U playing 9U. So we got 7U AA, 8U AA.
Is there
9U AA, 9U Open.
They're 12.
Hold on. 10 AA, 10 Open, 11 AA, 11 Open, 12 AA, 12 Open. Coach Morales is out there with the hooks.
Okay,
12
so
open.
so I wasn't at the tournament this Saturday because I was at a funeral, like I talked about earlier, and I was getting some good reports.
Whatever.
I was getting some great reports.
About?
ZT Elite Nava.
Oh, man. It's the #1 team in the nation.
Yeah,
I
you
heard
know
about
what?
that. What age group is that? 12?
12. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna have to just go out and say we're probably gonna win multiple national championships this year. We're probably gonna win the perfect game.
Y'all linking up with anybody?
Nah, we don't need to.
Okay.
We don't need to.
Backyard Ballers 10U Black Miss Beth. You already know
She's in
she is in.
for real. But let me get back to my story.
Go ahead.
So I think we're gonna win perfect game. Probably gonna win NYBC. So I'm calling it right now.
Calling it right now, man. My
Put
money-
it in pencil. Not even pencil. Put it in.
It's in the
Write it
video.
on the table.
Put
man.
It's
it
on
on
video.
Write
Put
it on the helmet.
Put
Write
it
on
on
the helmet.
Put it in Sharpie. Marks a lot. It's done.
12U.
It's done.
ZT Nava. Nobody's beating them.
Nobody's
That's
no.
Steve.
Hold on.
We'll just remember
That's
episode
Steve Medina.
23.
Oh, Steven.
ZT cap. Now we'll lose just because you just can't.
Yeah.
Just sometimes things just don't go your route. I mean, it just happens. I don't care how good you are, you're still gonna lose. But I am calling it.
Well, you have to believe in yourself. Have the balance to believe. You don't believe, who's going to believe?
Yeah.
You have to
How many
believe.
kids y'all flying in this year,
We're
Steve?
not flying in nobody. We're beating
Nobody.
everybody in Texas. We're the best team in Texas, hands down. We're the best team in the country. And that's just how it is. I'm calling it.
What country?
The United States of America. Put it down. ZT Elite Nava winning multiple national championships this year. And the best team in Texas and have been since 7U. I said it.
Man, Steve's not drinking either.
I'm not drinking. I gave it up. I'm not drinking. I don't have anything here.
Damn.
So you had the same team as 7U?
Yes.
That's amazing. How did you keep that group together?
They pay him.
They just stay with us.
That's true. That's
No,
true.
we don't pay nobody. We don't pay no.
I'm
We just
joking,
beat
Steve.
everybody.
That's true.
Oh, we coming, Coach Steve.
Who's that? Who?
J.R. Regalado.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Who's that?
Are you with the Austin Horns? His son Val, great player. Then that kid can throw. He can hit. Big kid. He's 12. What is he? 6 foot? 6'1", 6'2"?
Hey,
He's
chill
a
out.
big kid. He's bigger
Hey,
than us.
Hey,
Well, you
chill
can't
out.
teach that. You can't teach size.
Nah.
Juan Cruz says, somebody te va a hacer ojo.
I'll get an egg. I'll combat that ojo. So don't worry about that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
but
sir.
I heard great things. Like I said, I wasn't there. 'Cause obviously, I was at a funeral this
I think
Saturday.
I seen some highlights of that on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Who job? Baseball USA?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought I saw that.
Yes.
I thought I saw that.
Yes. So I'm calling it. So write it down, Julio. Put it down. Record it.
Take a picture.
Episode 23.
Don't
remember that
matter.
one.
I'll say it episode 24,
Hey,
25, 26.
I know the season started, and I know
27.
I declared it, in like September?
What'd you
But
declare?
But next week, I'm gonna pick my picks for the S30. Whoever signed up, I'm gonna put it on the board right there.
This is only going to be like the third time, right?
Yeah, we need to get
Is
a-
this in pencil now? I mean,
No,
in
we
ink?
need-
This
get
is
a-
gonna be on dry
In
erase.
blood?
We need to get a whiteboard in here. That way. we
No,
can
the
grab
dry
it.
board's on the other side of the wall.
It is
Okay.
true.
Yeah. So Issa told me we can keep it. So next week we'll put everything there, and that way we can't change our picks because I've changed mine like 6 times, except for the 12U.
Or a 9U. You've been calling ambush for a while.
No, oh yeah.
Yeah, no, you've
Yeah,
been calling Ambush for a
Shout
while.
out Ambush, man. I've been calling them for a while. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. You sure
Yeah.
right. Sure right.
Hey, so do you see what Juan said? You're gonna give me the egg cleansing.
We go live. That's funny, man. That's fucking funny.
Oh man, yeah. So a 1-day tournament. That's it, right?
Hey, man. Frank the Tank says, "How y'all's team so good if y'all never practice?"
We always practice. We always practice.
And we got another.
Everybody got
question
coaches.
from
We always practice.
Aiden Aguilar.
Tuesday and Thursdays.
How's the 10U team coming? Who's that question for?
It's coming good.
Yes,
I'm gonna assume that was for me. It's coming good.
Yeah, I think so.
And also news, we're switching the show to Friday due to our commitments in baseball.
Yeah, so Friday nights it'll be. You know how WWE has Friday Night SmackDown? Well, this is Friday. This is gonna be
Friday night windup.
Friday Night Wind Up. So we're gonna actually beat those TV ratings. So make sure you tune in. Because next week, Steve's breaking that bat on my head.
Entertainment right there. I think you can get some bunch of views right there. It'll be a hit.
Shout out to Brody Wilson, center fielder for Deer Park, for picking up his C4 custom bat today. It was beautiful, I might add. Brody's been with us since about 12, 13.
Hey, I like those bats y'all did. The
Which
red,
ones?
all red with the gold stamp. I was kind of jealous of that.
It's actually not red. It's like a maroonish, but
The
based
picture?
on, the picture. The
I
picture
need
didn't
one
give it
of those.
justice. It
I
didn't
need
give
one
it
of those.
justice. Yeah.
That gold sticker's
Yeah,
flames.
It's flame. It's like it's awesome. But he picked up an unfinished bat, and so what I told him is that bat, he's got to take care of that bat like if it was a kid, because if he leaves it out in the garage or in his truck that he was driving, man, it's a drop 3. It'll be a +5 in 2 weeks.
Especially here in Houston.
Especially here in
Hey,
Houston.
ZT12, you got the best 2 pitchers in the country?
Who's asking?
Chester says that.
Yep.
Who's that? Name him.
What's his name? Logan Shields. Excuse me. I should know the kid. And Bryson.
Okay. Nick Ortiz says, "What should one expect for a 1-day tournament? How many games?" I'm gonna say expect
2 or
to
3,
be
right?
there.
2 or 3.
Yeah,
it
2
should
or
be.
3.
Yeah, 2 or 3.
Expect be there all day for sure, right?
Yeah.
It depends. It depends how many teams are in there, but it's going to be 2 or 3, right?
To 2 guaranteed.
Yeah.
You
So
probably
far
get
it's at
3.
90. So
Oh, is that 90?
yeah, so far it's at 90. So it'll be a good turnout.
Yeah, so you'll be there at 8, and if there's more than 10 teams in one, then you'll be there till about 8.
To my cousin Robert, yeah, it's coming along, bro. Frank says Frank the Tank again. He's real active on the comments. Says that we need to put a $20 pick'em pot for every guest we have up until the Super NIT to pick their winners.
Well, that was a great idea. It would have been better in October, Frank.
Yeah.
We only got
we got 3 guests. It'll be $60. Come on, Frank. I know you got some money. Donate $500 for the pot.
Oh my God.
Hey, Coach, y'all got teams all through every age group. Right?
Yeah,
I heard 5U, right?
Yeah, yes.
How's that coming along? Because I got a 2-year-old right now.
Come on. We should start at 3, 4. Now. We'll do it start at 5, man, because what I figure out, that kids that age, they're not going nowhere. They're going to I-9, and then that's wasting 3 years, wasting money. So we doing at 5 years, you teach the kids how to catch. And my thing is, once you learn how to catch, you can take jumps in games. So if you 5, if you 6, 7, you can't play catch, you can't play baseball.
Right.
And that's why I would tell you, it doesn't matter what age you are, if you can't do the fundamentals of the game, you can't play baseball. So, you know what I'm saying, once you teach them that, then we teach them other stuff. And what we do with that 5-year group is we bring them in, develop and teach them. And then we may, hey, you may go play league ball. We try and get you reps and learn at the same time. And that's what league ball want to do. They want to teach you. You get your reps, but what kind of reps are you getting?
Right.
Talking about league ball, did y'all see the new flyer that was out there about rookie ball? How do y'all feel about that single A?
Did we talk about that online? Or
I think we talked about offline.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that, Coach?
Well, what the thing about it, though, it's a need for it. But like I was telling earlier, is that single A about making money or about developing kids? Because if I'm playing single A, don't charge me the same as the majors playing.
Yeah.
Because this right here is off the radar. Because we should be here. We should be playing at the park somewhere. But because we have kids, we want to go play select ball because we want to have a uniform on and walk around with the nice bags. But the thing about that is, single A is good, but what is the purpose of it?
Yeah.
If you serve the right purpose, I think it can work.
I like. I'm going to be in the minority. I like it.
I like it. I just think it serves a purpose. Like
Yeah.
that should be something like it shouldn't be the same as single, double, and triple.
Yeah.
Like single A, they should play on the other part. They should be because that should be developmental.
Yeah. I don't have a problem. I know some people will
Well,
have
I
a
think
problem.
about select ball, single A. Select ball is not good.
Okay, so then
Come
what?
on.
So let me ask you. Let me ask both of y'all a question. Okay, so what happens when you go play perfect game, and perfect game doesn't have double A, triple A? It's just
High school like that.
you're 10U, you're 11U, you're 12U, you're 13U.
And that go to high school. Like we go to high school. I had it's funny about that. A kid plays Emory Wiener. He's like he say he plays. He's a premier player at 5 years old. So my thing, you can help me right now. You premier now, or you premier before. Mm-hmm. So people don't realize that's what we talking about earlier. The long term game. Mm-hmm. The long term game's understanding is everybody's gonna meet up in that parking lot. And you meet up in that parking lot. Are you ready to compete, or are you ready to get in a car and call mama? And in high school, you gotta go.
Right.
Because in colleges, the numbers doing it down. That's why you see lacrosse pick up in Texas because all them kids is playing baseball, they go on lacrosse and they get cut from the team and stuff like that. So that's why I think what's happening right now is the kids not developing, and then when they get to that next level, the numbers start crunching down. Yeah. You have a lot of them quit because they understand it takes hard work you have to do. It's not easy.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, it's just, but I'm cool with it. I mean, like I said, but I'm with you as far as the what the price point is going to be on that. But I mean, as long as I'm okay with whatever, as long as kids are playing baseball.
I agree with that 100%.
I mean,
but and I agree with that 100% because my thing is reps. And what happened in single A is you have some kids in that single A, but eventually they go to high school and be major players, be high level players because they didn't quit. Baseball rewards you over time if you don't quit. If you keep playing baseball and you keep playing, you keep working. It's like you're not a person who was ugly in high school, and she kept going like, man, you go to school? Who are you?
Yeah, we know
well, I know it, but I know it, man. But that happens over time, and we gotta understand we gotta play a long-term game, not a short-term game.
Oh, so I'm getting a message here from my man Tony about Baseball USA needs to fix the dirt fields and the lighting was bad. I've always been of the opinion that the lighting at Baseball USA has been terrible.
I think Baseball USA been going downhill for the last couple of years, and Big League Dream is worse than Baseball USA. And I think what's happening is what's going on now is we are forced to play these same places, and then they're not forced to do nothing with it.
Yeah,
so
I'm with you on that.
And then what's happening is now we got to go there, but the facilities is not great. There's no improvement on it. You know, nobody's putting money to it. So now all we doing is tearing it down.
Yeah.
Because you're not giving a break. because you're playing year
Every
round.
weekend.
So my thing is though is if the product is there, let's kind of help us out.
Yeah.
Safety issue too though.
Yeah, I just never been a fan of the lighting at Baseball USA, so I'm glad my man Tony brought that out. I just, man, I thought it was just me getting on it, but nah.
I agree with
you
that.
can tell. I mean, if you're playing, let's talk about.
Should they
dusk.
turf them up?
What, the whole fields?
The ones that are because
Oh, you talking about the dirt fields?
Yeah, because the big field is turfed up. You know, I mean, I'm just throwing that out there.
I think they should. I don't think they want to. It's all going to be about if they're making money. Now, everybody's
Yeah.
going to sit here and say, oh, man, do you not pay? Okay, but you still got expenses. You still got this. I mean, at the bottom line P&L, if they're making money, they're profitable,
Yeah.
and they can allocate that money to make improvements, then I think they should.
Well, the thing
I just
about
don't
it,
think
you're
they're
going to
doing
make the money. No, they're not, because you're making the money.
Yeah.
Because you charging them to get in the game. You charging for the tournament. You charging them for food. You charging them for everything you there. And you charging everybody.
Yeah.
You charging grandma. No senior, no discount for senior citizen.
No, it's
they
$5.
charging. I mean, military and none of that.
Yeah.
You charging everybody.
Yeah, they're trying to get their money.
What they ain't trying to get it. You talking about Big League Dream? Big League Dream is crazy.
Oh.
We went out there last. My parents like, man, why we bring my here? Well, I'm sorry, it's with the tournament you got to play.
Yeah.
They got to understand. That's why I say I really don't like going to the tournament, but in order to play good competition, you got to go to.
Yeah.
And all we doing is, we don't want the reps. We not there to get the trophy. We just get the reps and get the kids better and get them exposed to different stuff and things like that.
Yeah. Who's that? Jerry Gonzo. Yeah, you can check us out on Facebook at C4 Bats and Instagram as well as Lorenzo Wingate. Just check us out on there. Or you can call me at 832-594-2947. Or you could text me at that number as well.
Use the wind up coupon code.
Yeah,
wind up 2020 for 10% off.
Yeah. So what else we got, Junior?
Getting some love. A lot of people loving the shirt. $25. Get your order in.
Rack it up.
No. But
Yeah,
but
is he going to be able to fill the order?
Message though.
I'll let Rob borrow it for the football podcast. But hey, man, no cap though, man. The season will probably it's gonna get started this weekend. Everybody be safe out there, man. Get ready. It's gonna be a long season for a lot of us, and I'm looking forward to it, man. Like I said,
it should be fun. It should be fun. I mean, a lot of teams are going into deep July, early August playing. That's a lot of baseball, man.
It's a lot of baseball. That's one thing over the baseballs we do is my organization. We do like what the baseball do. The pros do. We do like a month and a half of spring training work.
Okay.
So we do through January. We slow them all the way down. We slow them down, and in February we rev them up, because we looking for is them to continue to get stronger, day by day, month by month, year by year, and things like that. And also too, we put in place we got speed and agility workouts. So we do baseball, then we put a speed and agility workout. We got to bring a trainer in from the outside, do footwork and things like that, get their whole body
big.
right. Well, that's big because people don't realize it's skill. Everything plays a part. Baseball is about foot speed, hand speed, bat speed. That's all baseball about. If you have some of the things, you can play the game.
Yeah.
Them are tools. People don't realize that. No, you need speed. That's why you're looking for athletes. Kids are long and things like that. So that's what we do at the baseball house, to do it like that and develop them like that.
And we need to get some C4 bats up there at the baseball house, man.
Come on. We definitely can set that up.
Yeah, we should.
It's my first time hearing about it. It's just even keeping it to itself, I appreciate it, though.
Nah.
Yes, sir. I'm messing with you.
That's all good. It's all good.
Yes, sir.
Hey, we need to we didn't vote for employee of the month, December or January, man. We need to get that up and going.
Yeah, I think I should win that again. What do you think?
We'll put a vote in next week.
We'll put a vote.
Well, I'm gonna lose. The two Pasadena guys are gonna vote down the party line. So I'm out on that one.
Hey, man, real quick, how many party teams we have out there this season? And if you see me, make sure you invite me.
Oh, the party teams? Yeah, it's.
I'm telling you, I'm retired this
see 'em.
season, so I get to wild out with y'all, man.
We're gonna see them. We're definitely gonna see them, man. So, So what is everybody before we go? What do you got going on for Super Bowl?
I don't know. I might come over here with Junior.
Yeah, we're having a party here, man.
Who are you picking?
I think I picked Chiefs last weekend.
I already know who he's picking. Who you
I
picking?
like Kansas City. One thing about it, though, San Francisco got to score with them.
Cut his mouth. I'm going. Listen, as a Raider fan, I hate both teams, but I'm gonna go with the 49ers.
In
and
the Bay.
I cannot believe I'm saying that. But I hate the Chiefs so much. I can't stand them.
just
Shout
so
out to my
nobody-
boy Max Steele. You took me to all my Chiefs games. Man, I can't do it, man. Cannot do it. Going for the 49ers. And I know my family's going to call me about that, but it's okay.
Hey, man, I mean, it's going to be great. I told y'all it's going to go down.
It should be a good Super
My shirt
Bowl.
came in. My shirt came in.
Did it really?
Yeah, it says Mahomes Hill 2020 make Kansas City great again. I'm aware of that. My dad was a Chiefs fan, so I'm telling my dad. My dad has a damn photo album in Mexico. So I asked him, I was like, send me the picture of when we were little. And I don't know if I was wearing any Chiefs gear, but he's all Chiefs.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Good
He was
for
wearing
him.
all like jacket, hat, everything in the picture. So I told him, send it to me so I can at least say, hey, my dad, Chiefs, But you know me, man.
Well,
Damn Texans, bro.
Nah, I'm sorry.
You heard about that? That if they don't get rid of Bill O'Brien, some other player's gonna leave. Man,
Bro, he's not going to well because he's pretty much the president of the team, now, ain't he?
Yeah, might as well.
I mean, he's like a GM. I mean, he's the man.
Yeah, I don't even pay attention. To
Me
Texas.
neither.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's all right, man.
I only get my Texas stuff from you, man.
Oakland Raiders.
And now my Chiefs.
Yeah.
Las Vegas Raiders now.
Yeah, Las Vegas, right? Get
Las
it right,
Vegas.
coach. Get
Are
it right.
you excited about that move?
I am because the Coliseum was a dump.
That's true.
As
For
far
service
as
purpose.
Yeah, maybe, but we're gonna lose something. We're gonna lose some of the mystique.
Yeah, you're not going to have the same thing.
But the stadium should be well. I mean, should
It's
be
good,
good.
though. I saw
But
some
we'll see
pictures of it.
we'll see what happens. I mean, you're
Yeah.
gonna lose a lot of the diehard fans and get some of just the
It's
regular.
not that bad of a drive, though. People still make that drive.
Yeah, but man,
You paint your face too, Steve?
nah. If I was younger, probably. But not,
You got some pictures posted up of
Shit,
them.
man.
Throwback.
Look,
I did-
I'll go with you to a Vegas game, but we gotta paint our face and our bodies.
Well, then you're not going with me.
Come on,
Not going with me. You can go Frank the Tank.
Frank. Nah, man, Frank the Tank's Chiefs fan.
Hey,
now.
oh no, he ain't going either. He's not. He's not going either. But it's
You know what's gonna happen if the Chiefs lose, right? You know what I'm gonna say, right?
you're a 49er fan.
Yeah, damn right.
You're just add them to like your
To my
42nd best team. The 42nd second best team. Let me get that
that
right.
was awesome.
But coach, man, I want to thank you for
No, I
for
sure
coming
appreciate it.
in,
No, I
man.
appreciate it, Steve. Thank you for inviting me in.
Thank you, buddy.
It was a great experience, and hopefully I can help some people out there. And
Yeah.
we at the baseball house. You know what I'm saying? You can come through 832-404-4131, Houston Monarchs, and we doing is developing kids and teach them how to play. If you want to know how to play, come on down, and the end result is get you to your goals, if that's what you want to do.
Now, before you leave, look into the camera and say hi to your mom in South
Hey, how you
Bend,
doing,
Indiana.
Mom? How you doing? Thank you for tuning in, Mom. Thank you.
Thank you, Mom. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank
Really
you.
appreciate
South
it.
Bend, Indiana. We'll across the country.
That's awesome,
That's
bro.
awesome.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, we
Shout
can
out
add
to North
Indiana
Bend.
now. Yeah. Yeah. So, Junior, anything before
Yeah,
we
yeah.
go, man?
Shout out to Phoenix, Arizona. I'll say that again for coming into our top 10, and also Detroit, Michigan, man. So shout out to those cities tuning in. Of course, we get our love around the state, Cali, Florida, and around. So.
Before we go, we want to talk about last week. We had on all forums, and Julio, I think we need to put all the forums out. I mean, I think the forums out that we're in. But we got the numbers, so we had over 6,000 people live last week, and almost 15,000 views as far as everything is concerned. So we want to thank everybody for tuning in. And talking select baseball, the best select baseball talk show in the state of Texas, I might add.
Amen.
And I'm not lying. I'm just stating facts. And so, but we want to thank everybody for tuning in. And we'll be moving to Friday now. So
Yeah, Friday.
yeah, we'll be moving to Friday.
Friday night. So it's going to get good because it's Friday night.
It's Friday night,
You
and
know what
especially with the
happens on
season
Fridays.
coming up. And then for Super NIT, I think we're going to go live on Monday. Correct?
Yes, we will go live Monday from the
We'll-
semis championship. We'll have Darren next week, so he'll be able to
Yeah,
explain that, and we'll confirm it.
Now, is Darren going to take phone calls?
That's going to be tough
Yes.
right
Well, look, he's gonna read the comments. He's gonna read the comments.
Oh, okay.
We'll get him on here,
there.
and
Be discreet.
Yeah.
we'll give the fans, because I think last time we went live, I think the phone cut off on us like halfway through, right? So people only got to see a little bit of it,
Okay.
and so now it's go time. Anybody has anything they want to ask, tell, or voice your opinion? Darren Larson in the building next week.
Darren Larson in the building. Confirmed?
He is confirmed. He's confirmed for by Monday, but I'll send him a text right now and just let him know we moved over to Friday. Shouldn't be an issue.
Okay. So he's unconfirmed yet.
He'll be here. He'll be here. He'll be here.
Okay. Julio, before we go, Anything?
Nope. Good job, guys.
We're good. Junior, anything before we go?
Nah, just we got a busy schedule booked for you guys this coming month with a lot of great topics. If you see us at the shows, Julio, put the camera on me real quick. Yeah. We have stickers here for each and every one of you guys. Make sure that if you see us, you ask us for a sticker or two. We're more than happy to give them out. That's what they're for.
Yeah, we'll be carrying it with us.
Yeah.
Also, if you see, if for whatever reason you see Jalen walking around any complex, he has like 50 of them in his bag. Make sure you ask him, because if I tell him to pass them out, he won't pass them out.
Jalen got more tickets than I did.
Yeah, so just tell him, be like, hey, let me have a sticker. So just give him a holler, and he'll give you a sticker. And, man, stay tuned. We got a lot of big things coming up. We'll be debuting something crazy coming soon. And we also got a new partnership, so we'll be unveiling that in the next couple weeks.
Yeah, and also don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at The Wind Up Podcast. Also, make sure you follow Issa Cookies at Issa Cookies. What is it on Instagram? Issa Cookie, right?
Issa Cookie with the underscores before and after.
Okay, follow Issa Cookies at on Instagram. Does she have Twitter or no Twitter?
No Twitter at the moment. Okay, she doesn't like Twitter.
Okay,
Facebook and IG.
She needs to get on it. So follow her on Facebook and Instagram. Also follow C4 Bats at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. All at C4 Bats. So, like I said, if you need to get in touch with me, 832-594-2947. We'll bring in our next partnership maybe next week or in 2 weeks, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
After we sign the papers and all that. And also, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. What's the address on that, Julio?
YouTube, just The Wind Up HTX.
Okay, so how many subscribers do we have right now on
we
YouTube?
have about
228.
228.
Okay, when we get to 1,000.
Yeah. Breaking news.
When we get to 1,000, okay, I can only confirm we're going to give out gifts. Okay?
Yes.
I can only confirm what C4 is going to do. Okay.
C4 bats.
We are going to give away 12 bats, and I'm talking about 12 bats to whoever.
So 12. Yeah, it's going to be a random pick. So
yeah, it's going to be a random
12
pick.
different
It's
prizes.
going to be 12 different prizes. Yes.
Plus, we probably going to add some more prizes to that. So.
Yeah, so pretty much every one of our sponsors is going to give out gifts. So I'm telling you right now, C4 is giving out 12 custom bats once we hit 1,000 subscribers. So let's get on. It's going to be free to you. But make sure everybody joins up, and we'll go from there. But so we got some work to do. Mm-hmm. We got some work to do. So I've committed to 12 bats free, and that's pretty much it right now. So, with all that being said, Mr. Michael Johnson, thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
For Junior Aguilar, Julio Ramirez, I'm Steve Medina. Thank you for tuning into the Wind Up Podcast, brought to you by the Wind Up Media Group, the Wind Up Podcast Media Group, excuse me. Until next Friday with Darren Larson, have your questions ready. Junior, you going to have the popcorn ready?
Man, popcorn ready is Friday night. Man,
Modelo,
get ready.
Maybe Country can come cook. Country,
if you want to come cook next Friday, man, we have a massive pit in the back that you're more welcome to use. And I'm excited, man. I'm really excited for this season. There's going to be a lot of crazy things coming.
It's going to be fun. Remember my predictions, ZT Elite Nava? We're going all the way, baby. 12U.
Also, if there's anybody wilding out, make sure you record them and post them on the page.
It ain't gonna matter. It ain't gonna matter. I'm not going anywhere.
We're going to find out. We're going to find out. No, I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking about in general.
Okay.
Like if there's rumbles, fights, anything, post it on there. Let's see it. Let's talk about it.
See what happens, right?
We'll see what happens, man.
We'll get him on the show, whatever.
Yeah, we'll get him on the show. So thanks, everybody, for tuning in. See you next Friday. Until then, have a good one.
Thank you.
See you at the ballpark. Thank you once again to Mr. Michael Johnson.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Rest in peace, Kobe.